Hello, Riblets. Anybody that can hear me? I'm actually here testing out something that a couple people suggested, and I'm going to see if I can do this or not. But I am actually going to try to do. I'm going to try to do this on my phone. I don't know how well this is, or how well it's going to do, or anything like that. I'm not really sure uh, how I want to feel about it. I still think that the interviews are probably easier to do on camera. Hey Don, how you doing? It's good to see a familiar face. I don't know how well this is going to do on camera. One of the things I noticed is my finger keeps on getting in the way, so I do apologize on that. I don't have a selfie stick, so I have to hold the phone while doing this. So if it works and I get a selfie stick, hopefully that will actually help. So hopefully a few people will join and just to say hello. And then once a few more people join in, I'll put in the chats if somebody wants to try to come on, because the thing I was worried about was being able to have guests on my live. This might work for if we're just talking and such, but I don't know about guests. So it was actually suggested by a couple people. Terry Sue suggested that Aaron knew, and Aaron actually responded in one of my comments and gave me some tips. I hope I did it right. And I'm using this particular format. I figure if I don't really do interviews, I could just do the free service on this and not really pay the extra, because um, and just make sure I limit on how much I do each month and stuff like that. But I don't think that would be really a problem. But if this works, then that means that we're not actually losing. I'm actually putting a little backlight in this. I do apologize. So like I said, if my hands are getting in the way, I apologize on that. Um, you know, right now I have it in desktop mode and not in cell phone mode. There is a Zoom call on one of my communities, but I thought that this would be more important. I'd probably have to miss it anyway, because I'm going to probably, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to probably go to bed. So, if anybody can, I mean, there's some things that I know my phone gets interrupted whenever I do videos, so I'm sure if the phone call comes on, I'm sure they're going to interrupt that too. So there's probably some rubs, but if this works, that's great. So far, so good. I know whenever I do the YouTube, like when I do lives on YouTube, I can't, for some reason, I can't do it on my computer, but I can do it on my phone. So that's why I don't really do them that much, because of that reason. So, just prop the phone up. I could do that. That's true. Um, Let me see if I can bring the light a little bit closer to me. All right. You can tell me, Don, if that looks good or not. The only problem is it's so low to the ground that if I want to post anything or anything like that, it but if that works, then yeah, I still would rather have the selfie stick, but I have it propped right between the fold of my computer. So I'm going to actually see if I can actually pop in, paste, and right there. All right. So Don, you're not obligated to come on here. I'm not asking you to. But if anybody else joins, just point them to the right direction, basically. So, this is pretty cool. Okay, so it's not too bad. And I could probably get used to this. I just want to see if there's more people coming on and everything. So, but while we're at it, Don, how are you doing today? So I'm going to actually check out some. Yeah, it looks like Healing Humanity is having a whatchamacallit. I'm going to just slide this over a little bit, and I'm going to put on. All right, good. And I'm going to put in the chats. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pin that message to the top, and now it's pinned. Okay, easy peasy Japanesey. Just waking up, getting ready. Okay, so what do you do for work? Oh, you're a trucker. Okay, I didn't know that. Or maybe I did, and I just didn't realize. I just forgot. Do you deliver anything in particular? Oh, I had a my mom's friend actually was a beer distributor. He did it for like 35 years, or no more than that, probably like closer to 40. It was 30. It was 35 years when I was a kid. So I'm 52 now. So he's probably long retired. Does it actually feel weird sometimes, like you're delivering beer when you're a carnivore? So I see there's a few people in the chat in the chats. Okay, 12 years. Okay, and you're in the New York area, right? If I remember correctly, or am I thinking somebody else? I think you said. I think we said New York. You're like in that. You know, what's weird is I used to love the taste of coffee, even black, and I don't know. Lately, it's just starting to taste a little bitter to me. I don't know. Maybe I've just gotten so accustomed to being with butter that I just like it better, with the butter. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what company he actually worked for, like if it was Bud or, I'm not sure who he distributed for. But I mean, his name was Peter Hess, so I don't know if the name sounds familiar to you or anything like that. So I have no idea if you work for the same place or not. I'm sure they work, I'm sure there was a sort of a connection, but like I said, he probably retired along. I mean, he was probably in his 40s, 50s when I was younger. So in his 40s. So um, you know, 30 years later, he's probably like in his 80s now. I doubt he's really doing much distributing. So just see. Oh, got a few more people joined that's watching. So hey everybody, how you doing? So I actually did put it for anybody that's here that we know that would be interested in coming on, um, even for a couple seconds. Just so I could test out to see how it is putting people on dirt with the phone. Um, this is a whole new experience for me, and I actually got the suggestion from Aaron Booby Goats and everything. So we'll just wait a few minutes, and just lost somebody. That's fine. That's fine. This was a totally last minute, unexpected occurrence. So tomorrow I'm actually working early in the morning. Nothing like you, Don. Um, well, I mean, a good thing I guess about you not drinking is that they don't have to worry about you taking their supplies, right? this is this is interesting. So yeah, I like it. it. Do you have any opinions on this, Don, or anybody else? Okay, can I control? Oh, I can. Okay, that's actually pretty cool too. I actually have this open as well on YouTube on my computer, so I don't have to worry about the camera on my computer. I just watch the YouTube and look at the chats, but I can actually right click all the chats and like you know how it is like when you have when you're on somebody else's channel, like basically like what you can do like as a guest participant, as a chat person, I can actually do like the owner, like it still recognizes me as so. So I can still pin messages. I can still go to like I could go to your channel. I'm not really sure if you have a channel, Don, but if you do, I do apologize. Let me see if I can actually go. Let me just see. Go to channel, and it has you right in there. Oh, you got one subscriber. So you know what? Well, I'll subscribe to you. That's fine. All right, and then all right. So you got two subscribers now. All right, but it didn't look like you really put much content in there. So, um, you know, I mean, it's it's a fighting battle. I don't know how Mitch does it. I really don't. I don't. I actually don't blame him on how he thinks with the, you know. Okay, so wait a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to actually um, end this. Don, I do thank you for coming onto the chats. I really, you don't know how much I appreciate it. I'm just going to actually, oh, let me grab my phone. I just realized that my phone is, I don't even have to do this. All right, so yeah, you're the only one that's been really talking to me, so I do appreciate you talking to me. You just give it to 20 minutes, and then your YouTube's acting up. Okay, um, that's fine. All right, so I'm going to end this now, so you don't have to keep on suffering, Don. Um, and I hope that this, I don't know if you what you think of this, but I think it's a possibility. I think it's a possibility. I don't want to jump into the water too quickly. Maybe a couple more tries. Oh, CB, how you doing? I see CB's here. I'm actually testing out to see how this is on the phone. So I'm I actually pinned to the top of the chats to see if anybody would want to come on and just see if it's possible to have like quick guests on the. It looks like I'm able to. Oh, good. Yeah, because I'm on my camera phone rather than my phone from. So hopefully that works. Somewhat CB. I got CB and Don both here. That's cool. And I'm actually looking at both of you. Like I said, I have part of it on the computer, and then the camera and everything I'm using the phone. So you said the camera looks clear. I don't hear yelling, but I'm not sure what it is. I never know what it is. You never understand, but I'm not really listening anyway. Cool. Well, and the sound is good and everything too. So that's good. That's good. All right. See, we got another person in the chat or in the that's viewing this. That's good. Maybe if I stay on a couple more minutes, maybe. Who knows? Um, I'll probably get off early though because I have to be up early in the morning. I actually start working at around 5, so I got to be up by around 3 so I can do certain things before I go to work. No, another person. Okay, that's all right. Well, anybody that's seeing this, don't be afraid to say hello in the chats. And I actually have it pinned for you to be able to join. I don't know how much my phone can handle, but if anybody wants to join, say hello um, and be put on camera. There's, you know, you know me. I mean, it's hard. I'm not very good at being by myself 100%. So, if this works, then I probably don't. I still think I want to get a better computer and get a better format um, for the actual interviews. You know, Ah, interesting. I mean, it's worth it. Even the scope of things, like until I get the better computer. But yeah, I mean that's true. I might be able to do that. I know there's a button there, CB. I don't know what just happened there. My on my YouTube on the phone on the computer, the thing just went out. Okay. IV cam. Okay, let me just write that down because. All right, so I will check that out. Probably later on tomorrow. I'll check that out. Thank you, CB. I appreciate that. I'll definitely take a look at it. Like I said, I wouldn't. It's not just for the lives that I want the computer. I want it for better video quality. Just to be able to do better videos and stuff like that. Just everything all around. Um, I mean, this computer is actually good for a lot of things. Obviously, I can watch YouTube. I can but editing and stuff like that, it's not really that great. So, so what do you think, CB? Have you gotten your? You don't have to tell me who it is, but have you gotten your partner um, assigned yet? Oh, okay. All right, I'll look at that too. But IV Cam is an app, correct? Oh, I know Nancy. She's pretty nice. She's pretty good. I actually got Diane Ladd. Okay, and this will allow, like, I can, like, pretty much just transfer from my phone over to the computer, so it makes, like, a bigger space. Basically, is that how it works? In the gist of it? No. And I mean, she was asking me, like, are we supposed to start now? Are we supposed? To, I told her I don't really know. I said that I figured that we just wait until Thursday when we and Dr. Nelson will explain what we're supposed to do. Is my thought process. Like Ollie is just assigning the partners, and then Dr. Nelson will tell us, okay, now you have your partners, and this is what we're doing. That makes sense to me. And I don't think it really matters if we know who each other has because I mean they did put it on a. I mean I probably could look at the sheet and find out who everybody has. Hey Peter, how you doing? I'm just to catch you up. I'm actually on my phone, and I'm testing out to see if I can do these lives from the phone instead of from the computer. And CB just gave me a good tip on an app that I can use that might be able to transfer from the phone to the computer. Thank you, Peter. If anybody is interested in coming on to test this out even more, then I put on the top of the link to be able to come on and just to say hello and stuff, and to see how the quality is. So, if you want to be my test dummy, it's up there. So far, the only three people that are in the chats right now is uh, oh, okay. Let me see if I can. Where? Oh, can you? Oh, I saw that you came on, Lisa, but for some reason it's not letting me put you on. I don't know. I can hear you. I don't know if they can hear you or not. But oh, hold on. Oh, there's Peter. Yeah, Peter just joined. No. Yes.
Okay.
Let me. Oh, I don't need that. Hey, why is okay? So I guess it's. You know what it is? It came up so fast that it didn't let me click you. um, could you do me a favor? Like live preview. We're all learning, right, Peter?
Yeah. Am I on camera? I can't tell.
Yes, you are. I can see you on my YouTube too.
Okay.
So, um, oh, this is cool. It's cool once I can figure out how to get Lisa on here. Oh my god.
That's weird. It's kind of grayed out in the top section. It's like grayed out.
Is
Wonder
that
what.
not because of my, is that not because of my thumb or no?
No, no. I mean, it's like it's weird.
CB says that we both look clear and sound is good. So
Good.
CB says it's good. So and if CB
Hey,
says it's good, it must be good.
okay. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Jesse.
Are you at work?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Yeah. Well, somebody has to be, right? Uh,
Yeah, so it was good chatting with you about the whole blood sugar thing. I think you just jumped the gun a little bit and got a little scared.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I
And I
agree
think if you
wholeheartedly.
had just stayed the course, you could have kept, just lowering the insulin slowly. And I don't know that you would need to do all the other stuff, but I don't know. I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think what it is I just trust Dr. Nelson's opinion, and since Lewis was sort of suggesting it too, I just kind of
Listen, I don't think it's going to hurt on a temporary basis.
right.
I don't think it's going to hurt, but I don't know that you're going to. What I'm saying is, I don't know that you really need it.
I don't. I definitely think that it's not going to be needed for long term. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, you went sideways.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yes, I know. It's a learning process. This is why. This is
Is this
like
on
I was
your
trying.
phone?
I this is on my phone.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't. I mean, I like how we're doing this and everything like that. This is actually really cool. But I don't. I still don't think I'd want to do interviews with
Yeah.
this. I think I want a little bit more professionalism with the interviews.
Yeah.
This is more like just like okay, we're just having simple talk, just like now. I think it's pretty clear and
Yeah.
everything. So, I mean, what do you
Yeah.
guys think that you're on this? And I would just okay. I went to a different person's screen. I'm looking at my thing and it had a commercial on. I'm like, wait, I'm not even monetized. How the heck do I have a commercial on my thing?
That's strange.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It went over to another person's channel, so that's why. I'm
Oh.
like, am I getting paid now for this and without knowing it? So, but showing you two in the on the yeah, because I'm going to turn myself around for a second. Let me see if I can show it. But there you guys are. I don't know if you see you guys on the computer screen.
Yep.
So, so uh, I hate my hand keeps uncovering up the camera. So I'm going to actually prop this, and I don't know why it's bringing me to the side so much. Oh God, I'm getting so old. All right. Where's somebody young like Rick when you need them? All right. So there you go. Okay. I mean, there's
It
something
seems
weird
like it's
when
working
you
really
can't see
well.
yourself. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy. In case you're wondering, Peter, my blood sugar right now is 111. So it's gone
What's
up a
the
couple.
highest it got today?
This morning it was about 155.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, yeah. I took a little bit of insulin, but just a little bit, like 10 units, I think it was, and then that was it. That was the only time I took it. So
And then you took your GLP, right?
yeah, today was actually the day that I take it once a week. So today was my but next week it actually goes up a dose. Today was 2.5, and next week it's at 5.
Okay.
So um, you know, so I mean, I do like I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not like going to be obsessed with it and like have it like candy bars, but I do like how it is regulating. But I do agree with you. If I waited just a little bit longer and was paid, I'm sure
Do
my sugars would
do you
have.
have to increase the dose? Why can't you just leave it where it is?
It's a good question.
I mean, you
Well,
seem to be the
it's
blood sugar seems
yeah,
to be under pretty good control.
yeah. I mean, the doctor already gave me like I already got the medication, so it's already there at 5. But if I can stop right at 5, that's fine too. Like she was like, "Oh yeah, well we could go all the way to 15. We just have to slowly bring you up to it." I'm like, I don't know if I want to go to 15. That's like Lois was kind of saying about going to 7.5. Like, okay, like that's all right, but 15, that's a little excessive,
I guess my point
Yeah.
is, if your blood sugar seems controlled at the level you're at, why go higher?
That's true. That's true. I mean, I still want it to be a little bit better than it is, but yeah, I get your point there.
I mean, it hasn't gone higher than 155 all day.
That's true. That's true. You know. Um.
My
So
mom
yeah,
doesn't even take any insulin until she gets to like 165, 170.
yeah. You said. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
I'm just,
that's
I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there.
no, and believe me, I'm catching it. I just like the prescription's already been done for the 5. So I'm actually seeing my primary doctor
Yeah.
on because I get it pretty much one pack. It's 4 weeks worth. So between you, me, and the lamppost, and everybody else that's out in the YouTube world, um, as if I'm really telling a secret here. uh, I see my new doctor. I see my primary doctor that will have influence on reordering it. Because I don't see my endocrinologist until 6 months from now, so I can't wait for her to reorder.
Mm.
But I see my primary doctor. So if the 5 point doesn't work any better and the 2.5 works just as well, then what I can do is be like, hey, can we go back to the 2.5? I seem to like that better. I can kind of put that out there and just do the 5 for the 4 weeks. And that way I don't really waste my money on getting these 4 things. And I think
Do
that
you,
that would work
do you
out
only take that once a week?
once a week.
Once a week.
I take it in the morning. I took it today around 7 in the morning, and then I've taken it like earlier than that. I just didn't wake up until 7 in the morning, so that's
Oh,
obviously a rule.
yeah.
And yeah, I missed Hills today. I missed, I woke up just in time for Mitch. You
Mm-hmm.
know, well, I woke up just in time for Mitch to make myself my breakfast and to also have my butter coffee. So
Yes.
so it looks like we lost Peter.
I think he
So
kept he was eating something, but he wouldn't let me watch him eat. He kept turning the camera. I love watching people eat. He just kept ganking me.
he,
I was trying to see what he
he
was
doesn't
eating.
want he doesn't want you to take his food.
I
That's why.
can't. Hey, if I could steal it from him, I would. I
So
think I
that's
still
funny.
hear him.
Are you still there, Peter?
Maybe it was us.
You're just you're hearing him chew on his food. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder
So
what he was eating.
I know. The only bad thing is though now I have to put my phone in a certain spot but it's covering the chat. So I can't really
Oh.
read the chat. So I'm going to try something. I want to try that. And all right, so I made the screen a little bit bigger. So I'm going to actually move my computer over. You see how I'm moving? I'm
Yep.
actually not moving. It's actually my computer moving.
Oh
And I'm
wow.
going to move my phone over. And there I am. Okay.
There.
So I wanted to see the update of the chat. So
Oh.
so CB ends up with CB saying, Thomas, I was shocked the other day when I checked my blood sugar on a 16-hour fast and it was 153.
Oh
But
wow.
um, eight, my last A1C was 5.3. So that tells me the difference in appropriate natural blood sugar levels. Yeah, that's true. A lot of times your sugars will go up when you fast. Like I've had that many times because I think there's two reasons why that happens. I think that, well, actually, I know one main reason why I think that happens. I think what it is when you're fasting, your body releases the sugars that were like kind of like laying dormant inside your in the liver, and I think it like just it thinks it needs it and it kind of pushes it out. So
Oh.
I think that might be the reason why some people go up when they fast. I could be wrong, but it just sounds
Hey, it sounds
possible.
good to me.
Yeah. So okay, so Papa Carnivore's coming back. Hey
Hi,
Peter.
Papa. Where you
Oh,
been?
my mom called and it just froze everything.
What are
Oh,
you eating?
Oh, I had a little piece of corned beef.
Ooh. You kept
that's
turning the screen, and I like to watch people eat.
Oh, I didn't want everyone seeing what I'm jamming in my mouth.
Well, I love
that,
to watch people eat.
that
Oh,
that's I gotta say that's a pretty weird obsession there.
yeah, that's
I
pretty
like it.
funny.
It's food porn. I like to watch people eat.
Like, what are you eating?
What are you eating? Show me. Show me the food.
Now, Lisa, where do you live again?
I live in Ohio.
Oh, what did you go to that Ohio meetup with Dr. Kiltz?
No.
Oh no.
No. I thought about it, but
How come you didn't go?
I just don't. I'm socially awkward.
I know, but that's how all carnivores are. We're all like that.
Well, maybe I would be okay there. I always feel like an outcast.
Yeah, but you won't be an outcast when you're among a bunch of carnivores.
Well, that's
Yeah,
true.
I
yeah,
mean, you'd
we're
be
all one
surprised.
type
Like I when I went to my first meetup, it was the most amazing thing. Thomas, wasn't it great to be surrounded by people who are like us? I mean, it's pretty cool.
yeah.
Well, Kiltz is going to be having something. I think it in March in Florida. I
Yeah,
don't know where yet. I seen
Well,
something.
he
They were
lives.
talking about like a carnivore. I can't even say it now. Not carnivore, but a carnor. You know what I'm trying to say? Like a festival.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Say the word now that you're carnivore. Try to say the other word. Carna. You know what
What?
I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
his.
I,
I
I can't
can't
think
say
of
it
it.
though.
Well, he. I was at his house in Sarasota. He has a beautiful. Actually, has
Oh,
two. He actually has two houses right along the water. One house is a little on the same street than his other house. He's got his big mansion, and then he has like a fun house that it just a little one-story house that he has his pottery studio in, and his filming studio, and a
Wow.
kitchen, and a couple bedrooms, and it's basically just his hangout house. It's like his he just has this other house. It's this other little house. He just bought it as an investment property, and it's like right on the water. It's amazing in Sarasota. I mean, it's amazing. But his real house is a big mansion.
yeah. I
Must
I
be
mean,
nice to be rich.
I saw videos of you guys, Peter, and the house just looked, you know.
Yeah, I would
'Cause
love to
that
meet
was the
Dr.
same one that Mitch
Jones.
went to too, right?
What's that?
That was the same house that Mitch went to as well, right?
Yeah,
Or
me
no?
and Mitch. That's me and Mitch went to. We. I was there. Dr. Lisa Wiedemann was there. I
Yeah.
saw Dante and his Ferrigno and his wife was there. Bella,
Mhm.
Steak and Butter Gal and her husband. I met
Wow.
a lot of really famous people. Russ was there, Homesick Buckeye.
Yeah.
Of course.
Who else was there? Ashley,
Oh,
he was
yep.
cooking. Ashley was cooking the steaks with somebody else. I forget another guy. I'm trying to think. But they were cooking up all those steaks on this giant, massive, like commercial barbecue. Oh my God, it was insane. I never had such delicious steak. It was like this incredible, like uh, I don't know if it was Wagyu, but whatever. It was just insane. It was like all like grass fed, highly marbled, New York strip,
Making
rib
my mouth
eyes.
water.
They had there was tomahawk.
Oh,
Ooh.
It was insane. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Wow.
yeah. I
Yeah, and
want to
of course
get.
he cooked it pretty rare. So, I mean,
Oh
it was
yeah.
pretty damn rare, pretty darn
Black and
rare,
blue.
Yeah.
huh?
Black and blue.
Black and blue.
Well, it wasn't that. It wasn't quite like that, but it was rare. Definitely rare. But you know what?
Surprised he even cooked
I've
it.
changed, and I've started to cook my steak. I got a meat thermometer, one of those Bluetooth meat thermometers.
Hmm.
I found one on eBay. It's called Temp Spike, TEMP Spike. You should get one of these. It
Okay.
was only 15. I found one for $15, which is
Oh, that's not
cheap
too
as
bad.
Wow, that's a
that's dirt
great
cheap.
deal.
Would you find it on Amazon or
No, it was on eBay.
eBay? Okay.
Yeah, if you could look up Thomas Temp Spike, TEMP Spike, and
Okay.
I found one 15 about $15. It has an app for your phone, and you just stick this wireless probe. It recharges with a USB C. It's a
Oh,
rechargeable
okay.
like a base
Hmm.
base unit, and it has the little wireless probe that charges, and then you just stick it in your meat, and it shows you the ambient temperature in the room and the internal temperature of your meat, and then you can set it for like beef rare, beef medium, beef
Okay.
medium well, whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other settings for like pork and chicken, and I only use it for beef really.
Hmm.
And I just stick it in there, and then I just have been using it in my cast iron skillet. So
Oh.
this way, I just put it in the tallow. I sear it on one side, sear it on the other side, and usually by the after I flip it once, it's usually pretty much done. It's very quick. I mean, that my I have a really old vintage Griswold number 8, super old vintage cast iron. This thing is heavy as hell, and it really heats up beautifully
Oh
and
yeah.
gives you a really beautiful sear. So I've been cooking it where it's seared on the outside, but the inside is rare. You know what I mean? Like pretty rare.
Yeah.
So I cook it to 125 degrees in the
Ooh.
middle, and it comes out just delicious. I might even stop it at 120, and start, even go a little less. But so far
Right.
so good. And then I melt a little butter on the top of the steak. I sprinkle my Malden smoked sea salt on there,
Yep.
and then I eat it with cold butter pieces.
Oh
So like
yeah.
every bite of steak, I cut off a chunk of butter and eat it, and it kind of melts in my mouth with the hot steak. The cold butter. Oh
Right.
man, you never had anything taste so good in your
Oh,
life.
I love cold butter with like the hot steak. I
Yeah,
like it on my
Yeah.
burgers too.
and
My
I have
mouth
I
is
to.
dirty right now.
I think I told you, Thomas. I've got to keep my fat really high because I'm more
do.
prone to constipation.
Yeah, being a
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
bricklayer, right?
actually. I actually am the
Put that
opposite.
in the
I'm
chat.
like making visits to the porcelain throne quite a bit when I have the higher
Well,
fat. But
everyone's
I
different.
do it for my
Everyone's different.
mentality.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I still, I kind of like my roommate made a point. Like, he's like, look, you're not really, because you're going to the bathroom a lot, so that's not helping you. And I'm like, is that really the only factor you're looking at?
Wait a minute. How
Like
about
everything
my
else.
blood sugar? That used to be completely out of control, and I was
Right.
taking massive amounts of insulin and was still out of control to where I had toes amputated, and now my blood sugar hasn't gone above 155, and it's very stable. What are you talking about? And I'm barely taking any insulin.
Right. Or
I
how about
mean,
the concept that last year I wasn't even hardly able to walk, let alone go back to work.
yeah.
You know. Um.
Well, again,
You know.
it comes to a point where I hate to say this, but you can't teach stupid. and
Yeah.
and and, and if he doesn't want to listen, if he wants to listen, that's fine, and you'll help him. But if he doesn't want to listen and he's going to give you a bunch of illogical arguments, there's not much you're going to be able to do. I'm sure you'll love the guy, he's a nice guy, but if he just keeps going the way he's going, he's going to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot you can do. I mean, look, it took me 2 years, almost 2 years, a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years to get my mom to try low carb. Okay. She's 84 and she's down. I think I told you, Thomas, she's cut her insulin in half. Her doc cut her insulin in half. She's off 2 of her 3 blood pressure medicines.
Wow.
She has lost about 25 pounds. And last week I got her to stop taking a statin, and because she was complaining about all this joint pain and stuff. She has 2 metal knees she just got, and I'm like, Mom, a lot of what I think you're still feeling is the statins, because when I took the statin for like 2 weeks, I had all this joint pain. As soon as I stopped taking the statins, my joint pain went away, and then also I had all this brain fog, and so she's
Yeah.
had some issues with that brain fog,
Yeah.
and I think some of it's from the diabetes, of course,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
she stopped taking the statins, and her brain fog, she said, is kind of feeling better, and she's not having as much pain in her knees, you know so
Right.
little by little, like, it took me 2.5 years to get her to stop taking the statins. I kept trying to tell her. So,
Yeah.
and she does like low carb. She's doing kind of a low carb deal, but she still cheats sometimes, and I catch her eating a bagel or something. And I'm like, Mom, you are a tough customer. You are one tough patient. I said, I said, I keep saying, I'm trying to keep you alive. I'm trying to keep you alive. Please help me. You're one
Yeah.
tough customer. And she's like,
Mhm.
well, I just, I got, she'll give you, I gotta have, I just gotta have this. I gotta have. And I said, Mom, do you really, you know what you sound like? You sound like an addict when you say, I have to have my blank. You sound like an addict, And I said, listen, sugar, I said, is more addictive than like heroin or meth. I said, it's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
fact. So
Yeah.
listen, I said, I told her, I said, Mom, I'm right there with you. I'm the same person as you, right? We're two birds of a feather. It's not easy, but I said, let's just try baby steps. You can have some of your crackers. She has these little crackers. I said, but please stop with the bagel. You know, if you want to have
Yeah.
a couple of crackers, or whatever, but please, with the bread and the bagels, you know.
Mm.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's just an obsession that people just can't get out of. At least not like we can. We all did, but
Yeah.
There's just some people that
Well,
just can't. I had the other day. I actually sometimes I do like it. I treat myself with like stuff that's carnivore, but you throw a question a little bit. So I had some cream cheese. You
mm,
know,
yeah,
days, which is still carnivore, but it's it's not the best thing in the world. It's
yeah, but
carnivore,
that's carnivore. I'm
and
okay with that.
it's well, it's I guess I consider it like my carnivore treat. Like I don't really have it like it's like almost like if I was having a cupcake. It's just and my roommate, actually, I hope he doesn't hear me or anything like that, but the other day he's like, "Oh, you got some cream cheese, I see." I'm like yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I wish you told me because then I would just get my bagel. I would get some bagels and I would have some cream cheese." And I'm like thinking to myself, like, I don't eat it with the bagels. I just have it like a spoon. And
I know, but to
yeah,
him that sounds insane.
oh,
Okay.
it does. But I learned a long time ago that if one of the things that you have to get, it's not just getting rid of these like carb foods. You also have to get rid of the carb foods. You also have to get rid of the foods that you need to have a carb with. Like for the longest time, I wouldn't have hot dogs because the only way I would eat a hot dog is with a bun. So if I can't have a hot dog without the bun,
You know,
well,
you know
guess
what's
what?
funny, Thomas?
I'm not going to eat
I
hot
just bought a
dogs,
pack of Hebrew National hot dogs,
right?
but but I don't eat it with the bun. What I'll do is I'll have some mustard, some like
Right.
mustard, and then I might put maybe some a little piece of cheese on there, just a little, and then I just cut it up and I eat it. That's all.
And that's how I eat it now. But when I first started,
Yeah.
my brain was like, I can't have a hot dog without the bun. So
R-
guess what? I pretty much was like, well, if I can't go without the bun, then I'm not going to have the hot dog.
Well, guess what? You
You
do the
know?
same thing with the burgers.
Right. Well, burgers I could do without the bun. The burgers I had no problem.
Oh,
But for some reason, the hot dog, it was a mental thing. We all go through it. And I did whatever it took to accommodate that.
you see,
And then once
for
I
my son,
programmed myself,
my son's the opposite. He has to have the bun with his burger, but he's my son's pretty much, I would say, he's mostly carnivore. He's more like ketovore, I would say. He's doing really good.
okay,
He's 30 years old, but he's ripped. He's skinny and he's ripped and he's goes to the gym but he just sent me a picture of my 6 month old granddaughter eating a chicken wing.
uh,
Yeah,
I was like,
that,
oh
that's got
yeah,
impressive.
that's that's sweet.
yeah,
Little baby carnivore.
with the little drumstick of the chicken wing, and
Yeah,
she's just like, oh, she's so happy. Oh my god,
sweet.
yeah.
So did you guys see the news footage with Dr. Barry and when that guy was talking, that Doctor
Cyrus.
yeah, Dr. Cyrus or whatever,
No, I
Cyrus or
haven't
whatever.
seen that, but I heard he was talking about insulin suppression, which is a load of garbage.
Yeah,
If
I
your
know.
body, if you eat something with glucose, your body, I don't care if it's been 5 years since you've eaten any carbs, your body will make insulin and it will lower down your glucose. Okay. I mean, it'll use that to get rid of the glucose. It's
Right.
basically a defense mechanism, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's talking about when he's like, "Oh, he's he doesn't know what he's talking. He's not a
Well,
Bart. He's not a Bart K
he doesn't
researcher.
know what he's talking about, let alone you not knowing what he's talking about. He himself doesn't know what he's talking about.
I,
He's totally clueless.
I'm sure Dr.
Yeah.
Barry had some good comments about
Who
that.
was it he was talking to?
Some newscaster from
Oh,
Fox News,
okay.
I think. Yeah, but I liked it when he was saying that he loved it when the kid was trying to grab a lamb bone, a lamb, and that means that the kid's addicted to lamb or to,
No, addicted to meat. I've never heard
addicted.
that.
Well,
That
meat,
was the
you know,
Dr. Siegel. His name is Dr.
Caesar.
Siegel
Right.
on
Okay.
Fox
Yeah,
News.
I
He was
forgot. I knew
ridiculous.
it was
He was
named
trying
after
to
a
say
bird,
that
but I forgot which
meat is
one.
addictive. He's literally trying. The first time I've ever heard anybody ever anywhere say that meat is addictive and that if you go carnivore, you're going to become addicted to meat. I'm thinking, hell yeah, that's fantastic. I wish
Yeah.
everyone would get addicted to meat. They'd be so much healthier.
Bring
Yeah.
it on. Bring it on. You
Yeah,
know.
that's great. I hope every kid gets addicted to meat instead of
Yeah.
carbs. You
Yeah.
You
know.
know. You know. I would benefit so much if I didn't have the addiction to carbs. You know. I think most of us would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
No, I totally agree. You know.
all I can tell you is, there's all types out. And then he was talking about how meat is inflammatory. This doctor, he was giving you all the standard shit. Meat is inflammatory, and meat leads to heart attack, and saturated fat is bad. He's whatever. It's just I've heard the same thing over and over. Yet rates of obesity are going through the. If you look at a graph of red meat consumption in America, it's going straight down. But yet you look at
Yeah.
obesity and diabetes and heart disease and cancer,
Yep.
it's going
Yep.
straight up. So ergo, meat is not the culprit.
Yeah.
No. No. And, yeah, and I found it fun. Dr. Barry made it. I think it was Dr. Barry himself actually made this point that the guy wasn't even a pediatrician.
Right.
He was a
Mm.
regular adult doctor. So what right does he have to give the advice for children?
He doesn't know. He's never treated a child in his life.
Right. You know? So, I mean, that'd be no different than us telling you how to be a vegetarian, unless you were actually a vegetarian at one time. I'm hearing scratching noises, so I'm not sure if that's me or not. So I plugged in my phone to kind of charge it up a little bit, but
Yeah. I just plugged mine in.
yeah. Um, so did you guys hear anything, or was it just me on my end?
I didn't hear
I
anything.
didn't hear anything.
Okay. Okay.
No.
It was
I'm
probably me on my
outside
end.
though. The wind, you might be picking up the wind. I don't know.
I'm picking up my fan. Is that count as wind? Is it
Hey,
I'm in the wind.
Thomas, what's
good?
the weather like up in New Jersey right now?
Yeah, it's pretty clear right now. It's actually pretty nice today.
No, I mean, how hot is it or cold?
It's about 75 degrees outside.
Oh, wow.
So
Man,
yeah.
down here it's like 90
Ooh, it
in
Oh,
only
yeah.
got
Florida.
to 71 here today.
Yeah, you should have seen Rick. I was short trying to go on to Carnivore Talk yesterday,
Mm.
and I saw Rick, and I pretty much said in the chat, said Rick, you look like how I feel right now. So he was
Oh,
like looked like all death warmed over and stuff. He's
Why
like,
is
yeah,
that?
because he said it was like 90 degrees there. It was like all hot, and
mm.
I guess he just got done with work or whatever. But, you know,
I
I
passed
figured
out
that.
last night at 8 o'clock. I was watching Carnivore Talk, and I don't think I made it through 10, 15 minutes, and I
Wow.
fell asleep. And then I
Mm,
woke up I slept right through till 3 in the morning. And then I woke up, boom, I'm up. And I've been up since 3.
Wow.
7 hours of very deep, good, perfect sleep, though.
yeah, that's basically. I fell asleep late. I fell asleep pretty late last night, but I was actually very, very like it was like one of those things like I should have gone to bed early, but I just wasn't. So I went to bed around like 12:31,
Well, I
but I
think
woke
what
up. I
happened
woke
was
up
I
at
ate this
7.
giant T-bone steak.
Ooh.
And of course, I gave my dog a bunch. She's a little 9 pound Maltipoo, but she eats steak like she's a 65 pound pit bull. And paws at me and cries and barks, and until I keep, I have to keep constantly giving her, giving her, giving her. And then I just passed out. I had that steak, and man, I just that a lot of times when I have a big steak like that, I'm like a lion. I just fall asleep.
Mm,
Like after a kill,
Yeah.
it really puts me to bed.
yeah. Well, I think it's one of the benefits, you know. Um, so Juliet's asking you, Lisa, where do you live?
In Ohio.
Yeah, you did say that before, but
Yeah.
I'm reading the question as it comes along.
Are
So
you Northeast Ohio or down by Cincinnati or where?
I'm in Dayton. I live in Kettering, so it's Dayton, Ohio. It's
Okay,
pretty.
you and LeBron James.
Oh, is that where he's from? I don't follow sports.
Yeah,
The only one I know that's from here is like Martin Sheen. He was from Dayton, Ohio. Actually, his brother uh, was my guidance counselor, Frank Estevez, because that's their real. They go.
Yeah,
I don't know, movie name, stage name
yeah.
was Sheen, but Estevez was their
Well,
last name.
Emilio Estevez was his son.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, Martin Sheen. Yeah. Well, I think his real last name is Estevez. It's
It,
like
yes,
Martin Estevez or
yeah.
something.
That was my counselor's last name. I thought that was kind of cool,
Oh, okay.
and I get
So,
like starstruck.
so I'm reading in the chats. So Terry Sue just had said there. I'm like scrolling backwards a little bit. So Terry Sue just watched Amy's superhero short of me with a ribeye shield. Cracked me up so much. We need one with Butter Woman versus Carbon Butter Woman. Okay, I get it. From Bill Gates.
Oh yeah,
That,
yeah.
that would be funny. When you talk about me
I
with
don't
the
know how
shield, are you talking about
anybody.
moon or no?
I don't know how anybody could possibly want to try and eat that crap.
no.
That's like
I'm more
trying to eat
confused. Like
fake meat. That fake meat. It's just like, why would you want to try and? I don't get it, man.
Well, we were
I
all eating fake food for how long?
Well, how about that? I can't believe it's not butter. I can't tell you how
Oh,
much of that stuff I've eaten in my life.
oh yeah, we all have.
I was a
I'm
country
sure we all have
crock.
at least once or twice.
Crock, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
Country
the I can't
crock.
believe it's not butter better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna add lib to both of them. I could believe it's not butter. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Can't believe it's
the
not butter.
and Country Crock is a bunch of crock.
Heck
So
yeah.
I don't know how many years of my life that has taken off my life, that stuff.
yeah,
I'm
it's,
hoping the body
I
can
don't
reverse a
want
lot of
to.
that damage.
I don't
Yeah.
want to think about it
We're
to tell you the truth, Peter. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
look, we can't, you can't bring back the past. All you can do is go
no,
forward. We can't bring your toes back. I
no,
can't
no.
bring back my health to
no,
perfect,
no.
whatever. But what we can do is we can save our lives,
Yep.
live longer, and live healthier longer. I just want to
Yeah.
live healthier longer.
I want
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, I do believe that. Like, even though I did, with my toes, I've mentioned this a few times. Especially recently, but because it came to a realization to me, it's like when I have a hard time walking, it's not just my toes are chopped off; the nerves are cut.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
makes it very hard to, But I do believe, like your nerves can be repaired. I mean, I'm not going to replace the toes, absolutely not. But the nerves will be repaired, and eventually I'll be able to do much better than I'm doing now.
Oh, and remember, Thomas, a lot of people on carnivore, they do repair the neuropathy, and a lot of what you're
Yeah.
feeling is neuropathy. So
Right.
I do believe that if you just, stick with this, I think you're going to have a lot less pain. I really do.
Oh, and I already do. Compared to last year, compared to even 6 months ago, I have a lot less pain. I'm able to go
Yeah.
further with walking. And even how I handle the pain is a lot different. Like before, I'd have to sit down for a while. Now I can just like stand for a few minutes and stop a couple seconds and then just move forward.
Do you have like a special shoe or an insert that kind of fills in that space?
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen it before?
No, I'd like to see it.
Okay. So obviously, this is my shoe.
Yeah.
Excuse the smell.
Woo!
We have our smell-o-vision on
Cheesy.
right now.
Yeah. See, that's the insert. Right. Let me see if I can move it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So that's
Oh.
the insert.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh,
where my toes would have been right in here.
okay.
You know.
So
But
this
the only
this
problem
makes it a lot
is
easier to walk, right?
It well, it does and it doesn't. Believe it or not, it makes me feel like it sort of uh, it just makes me feel imbalanced. So that's part of the problem. Like I need to make an appointment with my foot doctor because now that I'm adjusting, I think my feet need to be adjusted again. My
Yeah.
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
So these I bought these sneakers on online, and they were about $135, and I actually got two pair. Um, so it was a pretty good buy for $130 for two pairs of shoes, one blue, one black. And so if one gets wet, then I can actually switch it over to the other shoe. And then every once in a while I'll be walking, and out of nowhere the rain starts pouring. So
Mm,
it's and you really don't want to have it be wet for too long, so you want to get it dried as quickly as possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I just pull it out and stuff like that because it is a sponge, so it does absorb the water for
Mm,
So, but I think the next step because as I evolve, and get better, I think I need to adjust the shoes. And I think once my shoes are adjusted and I find that perfect pitch, I think I'll be able to do a lot more than I'm doing now. I really do. I think it's my shoes that are actually preventing me from going. It's like kind of like keeping me from doing. It's sort of a catch-22, I guess you could say. It's
yeah.
helping me in so many ways, but at the same time, it's keeping me from actually getting better. One of the problems I have with it is my foot keeps on falling out. So when I try to ride a bike, guess what
Oh.
flies out every single time I when I do the pedal, my shoe just straight
Oh,
out.
geez.
Yeah. So some guy was telling me that, and I think I'm about ready to at least start practicing. So I want to get. I took the old bike I had. It was all broken up anyway, so I threw it away. But I think one of the things I want to invest in after I do the computer and everything, and I do want to still do a computer because I want to have better edited videos and stuff, Um, but I basically want to get a bike, and then another guy that I was talking to said that there's a special pedal for people that have, amputations and stuff like that you can have. It's almost like a bucket that goes on your pedal, and your foot goes right inside the thing, and it just cradles inside the. It's like sort of like a kind of like a dome. It goes over the pedal, and your foot just slides right in, and just
Oh.
keeps
Yeah.
from falling out. So I thought if I can do that, then maybe I can start riding my bike around the neighborhood. I go a little further, and you know, and wouldn't I shock my sister if I actually rode the 20 miles to her house?
Yeah.
That's you know, so that's well, she's not actually 20 miles; she's more like 10. But that would really shock if I went 20 miles.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, just be careful. A lot of riding a bike on the streets with cars going by is very dangerous. There's all kinds of crazy people.
Oh yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I won't be doing it right away anyway.
Listen to this. I had this friend of
We're
mine.
talking about
It was
next.
a
We're
friend of
talking
my
about next
ex-wife's,
year.
this woman, and she was walking along the highway, like in the, I guess in the breakdown lane or whatever, and
Yeah,
a drunk driver hit her and killed her.
Oh
yeah.
goodness.
Mhm. It's,
Very sad.
mhm.
Very sad. She was
Wow.
on her cell phone. The cell phone went flying.
Well, did you see
Yeah.
that? I mean, I actually, for the first time about a month ago, I actually walked to ShopRite part way. I didn't walk all the way. I ended up getting an Uber for the rest of the way, but it wasn't because I was tired. I could actually walk the rest of the way. And I tried doing footage on it, but my phone kept, it was so hot. It was about 85 degrees, 90 degrees that day. But I wanted to get some food. So I'm like, I'm just going to walk. And I'm going to see how far I can get by walking. But I did get the footage where I crossed the highway. And so I'm like going across this like 4 lane, like actually it was 4 lanes each side. So it was like an 8 lane highway going across, and I made it, I
Oof.
just went to the half mark, waited, and then went to and then did the other half, and I could never do that before. I would have been like really slow and really methodical. And now I'm able to climb a little bit better. Like for some reason, the sidewalks were like about that high off the ground. So it's like I did make it, and so I still have issues, but I think that goes with life. You're gonna
Yeah.
have issues, you know, and like now I'm trying to do squats, so I can, because one of the problems I have still is getting like doing a squat and going all the way down the ground
Oh
and then getting
yeah.
back up again, And I remember years ago, or a couple years ago, I was so bad that I couldn't even like get, like, if I fell on the floor, I would not been able to get up off the floor. And one day, what scared me was, and probably opened my eyes a little bit, was my brother-in-law said to me, he goes, if you can't get off the floor, that means you're dead.
Oh.
Not that you're going to die, like you're already dead. And I know he didn't mean that, in the concept that most of us would hear it, but I also understood that he meant that, hey, if you can't get yourself off the floor, you might as well be dead, like that type of thing.
Mhm.
And I think that's what kind of got me into, like, okay, what can I do to make myself better? What can I? And that probably triggered me a little bit too. Like, I've always been on and off keto and carnivore. Like, I've mentioned that before. Like the first people I've watched was, like, I watched Bob Briggs when I was keto. I watched Keto. I don't know if you ever remember Keto Connect, with those two. Like different people, Keto Connect, Tom LeBauer, Thomas LeBauer, whatever his
Oh
name
yeah,
was.
yeah.
I
Oh,
I've
watched
seen
Thomas
him.
him before.
Stillauer.
Bill Lauer, thank you. I watched him a few times. My mom, and then I started watching I watched Dr. Berry way before he was carnivore. He was actually keto when I first watched him, and then later on we saw Bella. And my mom used to love Bella's piano playing. Like, she was like, she didn't care about the rest of the video. She was just like, okay, can you go to the end because I want to see the piano.
Well, she's Juilliard trained. She's the real deal.
Oh, yeah, so is Mac. I think her husband is too. They're
Yeah,
both.
he is.
And I told Belle about it one time, and she actually said to me, she's like, maybe I should start doing that again. She hasn't done it again, but she was like, I didn't realize it was that much received. I'm like, yeah, some
Yeah.
people do like it. And
Well, Thomas, when I was over 300 pounds, I remember if I like got down on the ground or whatever, I
mhm,
could barely get up. Like, it was a struggle. I could do it, but it was a struggle to get back to my feet, and I had to
yeah,
kind of wiggle to my side, do all these special. It was great. Now it's like it's no big deal. I get down, I get right back up. Like, I
I'm
just
in a
pop right
deep
back up.
squat right now. I'm like, look
Yeah,
at me.
you
yeah, yeah. But when I was over 300 pounds,
yeah.
305 pounds, it's a lot different than when you're 199 or 200.
Yeah. I don't, to tell you the truth, when I couldn't get up, it was because of my infection. So it
Right,
wasn't really because of the weight.
right.
Um, I don't remember how well, I mean, I'm assuming at 379 pounds, I'm assuming it was kind of hard
Yeah,
for me to get up and down.
that's 80 pounds
I,
more than I was. Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
can get up without my hands now. Like, be
Wow.
on the ground and get
Why
up.
do you get rid of, why do you get rid of your hands? I don't
Well,
understand that.
they say if you can get up with you're being a trickster. They say if you can do it with no hands. I always think, hey, I'm in good shape because I can do that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so, yesterday, Peter, you'll know about this because I think you were there when that girl was on the Zoom call with Dr. Kiltz. Do you know who I'm talking about? The young girl. She's like 30, but she looks like she's like 15.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there? Well, she said in the chats, right? I mean, she said on the Zoom call, I was going to have this, I had this perfect thing that I was going to say, so I'll say it now. But it was like so late, and by the time they closed out before I could actually put it in the chats, and she
uh,
was saying, like, yeah, I took my mom's baby face, and I was going to say, like, well, give it back to her. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like, that's not nice to take your mom's face.
Yeah, she looked really young, but she was like 32 or
Yeah,
something.
she was,
But
she
she
was in
looked
her
like she
30s.
was 16.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we always say about how much younger you look when you're a carnivore, but if you really think about it, I think that people look a lot younger now than they did like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if you ever seen pictures of my sister, but if you look at her, I don't think she looks 50 at all. She just turned 50,
Yeah.
and I mean, someday I'll show it again, but she's
So is she pretty healthy, or what's her deal?
well, she doesn't. I mean, she eats the crap food, but yeah, she so far she doesn't have any diagnosis of any problems that I know of. I mean, she's not. She's probably not going to publicly announce things that she has. But
Is she normal weight though, or overweight, or
yeah,
what would you
yeah.
say?
No, she's pretty good shape. She's definitely she's bikini healthy. If that's like she definitely can. She goes skydiving. She does all that stuff. So
My sister is a physician. She's a doctor.
right.
She, let's see, I'm 63, so she's 61. She must weigh at least 350 to 375 pounds at least.
Wow.
She's tall. She's about 6 feet tall, but she's
Mm,
pushing 400 pounds. She's very, very,
right.
very morbidly obese. She has, she, not long ago was hospitalized for uncontrolled high blood pressure to the point where she almost stroked out and died. She was in intensive care for a week. I'm sure she's a full blown diabetic. She's very private. She doesn't talk about it, but she's definitely got a lot of issues. Her legs are really big. She probably has lipedema in her legs. She's just
Wow.
very, very obese. And I'm so worried about her, but she's a doctor and and my brother, he's a physician too. And, he's on Ozempic and he's on metformin. I don't think he's on insulin, but he's definitely on metformin and Ozempic. And he's got high blood pressure and takes statins and all. He's totally into drugs. He used to own a clinical drug testing facility. He's a psychiatrist and an internal medicine, double board certified.
Mm.
So he was all about testing drugs for the big drug companies for people with schizophrenia, bipolar, depression, ADHD. So he's
Yep.
so in love with drugs.
Not me.
Okay. He is so in fact, he sold his company for millions of dollars. He's very wealthy. In fact, he lives in Sarasota near Kilty. But he just took a job as a medical director for a big pharmaceutical or some kind of company, drug company. So he's so into the whole drugs things, but he sees how well I'm doing. He sees how much weight I lost. So is my sister, but they insist that it's not healthy, that I'm going to die of a heart attack, and
Yeah.
that it's whoa, your cholesterol. It's just, and I'm like, yeah, but I've reversed my diabetes and stuff. Where did Thomas go?
I don't know. Thomas,
Thomas.
I think it says offline, but we're
Oh
still.
yeah, you're right. But anyway, I'm the crazy brother who the crazy meat eating carnivore brother, and they don't even know I'm really carnivore. I told them I eat meat, keto, like meat and veg. I just
Yeah.
tell them I do meat and veg. So,
Yeah.
but my brother's wife is very healthy. She's like basically, I would say she's like a pescatarian.
Mm.
She eats like eggs and fish, but she's mostly plants. She's really into the eating the rainbow. She's into the whole quinoa and
Oh yeah.
the whole thing, man. The
I
the
wonder.
salads, big salad, and all spinach and nuts and seeds and everything.
I'm worried about Thomas.
I know what happened to him.
I don't know. It shows we're still alive, and it says recording,
Yeah, but
but his says offline.
oh,
Hey,
there he is.
Thomas. Where'd you go, you little? Oh. Now he's left us again.
Wait, you just took yourself off the show, Thomas.
He's playing us back.
I hear an echo. Now I hear an
It's
echo.
you.
I hear an
Making
echo.
meat and veg. So, but
What
my
are you doing,
brother's wife
Thomas?
is very healthy. She's like basically, I would say she's like a pescatarian.
Okay. Can you guys see me now?
Like eggs
I
and
can
fish.
see
But
you.
I hear
But
myself in the
she's
background
mostly
talking like.
plants.
Why don't I
she's
hear
really
you?
into the
Because
eating the rainbow. She's into the
I'm
whole
hearing
quinoa.
everything that
Oh yeah, the whole thing,
Peter
man.
told
You know
me.
the salads, big salad.
Are you,
All
Lisa? Do you hear me talking
spinach
in the background?
I can hear
nuts
you,
and
Peter.
seeds and
You hear it?
everything.
I hear you, and
I'm worried about
you.
Thomas.
I hear Frederick.
I know what happened.
So am I.
Shows we're still alive, and it says recording.
It's like deja vu.
But his says offline. Oh, there it is.
There I am. Okay. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, Thomas. But I hear.
Wait, you just took
We
yourself
all
off
have
the show,
multiple
Thomas.
Yes,
personalities right
I
now.
see that.
We're like Sybil.
He's playing us back.
I can't actually hear you.
I hear an echo. Now I hear an echo. You. Tom, I can meat and veg. So, but my brother's wife is very healthy.
I've
She's
heard
like
this story before.
I would say she's
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Whatever you did, you just turned off.
All right. Why
Whatever
can't I
you
hear
turned off
you?
was good. That's good.
All right.
Now
I
Can you
was
hear me?
trying to get at something and I hit a button by mistake and it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
No, I'm not removing you from the scene.
I can only see half your face though. Now I see like a quarter of your face, Thomas.
Can you hear us?
If you can push unmute, Lisa, push unmute. Yeah, there you go.
I did twice.
Okay, this is weird. You guys could sing if you want to, and I wouldn't even know.
Did you say you want me to sing?
Can you hear us, Thomas? He can't hear us. I can hear you,
This is
Lisa,
so
but
strange.
he can't
I was
hear us.
actually here. Let me show you really quickly. I was actually getting up a picture of my. I'll turn this around so you can. I don't know if you see it or not, but that's my sister.
Oh yeah, she's
So,
pretty.
so you can tell me if you saw it or not in 2 seconds. I'm not sure why I'm not hearing you guys.
Can't hear it. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Wait, hold on. I'll be back in a second.
Studio mode now.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
It said you went offline, but now you're back.
So it seems like you guys were able to take over the show.
No, Peter did. Peter took over.
I see Peter left for a second, or at least his ceiling's making an appearance.
Yes. I'm gonna poke you in
Offstage
your eye.
sound is only affecting on my end, so is there any way that we can...
Oh no, my neighbor's mowing the grass. Maybe I'll go
How do
outside.
Okay, come on. Come on. Alright. Are you guys getting entertained right now?
I can barely hear. Oh no! It's just...
I gotta make money. Can't make
I
money.
guess I can entertain everyone since I'm
He left a long time ago. It's no Stacy and that other new manager.
Peter, you're back. I don't know where Thomas went. Oh Lord, it is just me. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Lisa Show. I hope you're all prepared because I'm a little crazy. and my neighbor's mowing the lawn, so I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Offline, but it shows me, so I hope you guys can hear me. Well, I can tell you how my day went today. I still, my son and his girlfriend and my granddaughter are still here. There's a cake sitting on my dining room table. I have no desire to eat it, but they cooked chili today. And oh my goodness, it smelled so delicious. But I went ahead, we had steak and eggs and butter. There's
All
Thomas.
right.
Can you hear me,
All right.
Thomas?
I think so. Is this? Am I hearing you on the phone or on the TV?
No, I
Let me
think
just.
if you hear me, you're hearing me. I'm going to
Yes. Well, I
say
just want to make sure. I actually have it muted on the TV, so it couldn't be on the TV.
yes.
So I'm hearing you.
Oh, you're
I
back.
don't
You
I
left
don't
me
see
here
or
all
hear
by
Peter.
myself.
I'm
Even
sorry
Peter,
about that.
even Peter Pumpkin Eater left me. He's off.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
I held
Peter's
down the
offline.
fort.
Peter's here, but he's not here. He's offline right now. So
That's what you said too.
that I was here, but I wasn't here.
It said you were offline,
Yes.
and I was all by myself.
I did you guys see the picture I just showed you or no?
Uh, of your sister?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you turned it around and showed me on your computer. I think
Right. Did you actually see it?
I barely.
Okay. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna turn it around
I'm looking at
again.
a little tiny.
A little tiny square.
Yeah, little
Yeah,
tiny
I would put her
square.
on this, but with the phone, I just haven't figured out how to do
Oh, yeah.
file sharing. So,
Well, I think
but
there was.
I'll try. I'll try it one more time. I
Okay.
wish I could figure out a way to turn the camera around. That would be beneficial.
Yeah, technology.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna try it one more time. Tell me if you see
Oh
anything.
yeah, I see her.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's my sister.
beautiful.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I don't think she looks 50 at all.
yes,
You know.
very
But
pretty.
I think that being said, I'm gonna put myself on the ground now and let me
What are you
see if
gonna
I
do? A
can.
deep squat? You want to do deep squats with me?
No.
I'm not doing it now. I'm standing up.
Alright. Am I frozen again?
No, you're not frozen. You need a blanket?
No, but I'm not moving.
You are moving. I see you. Oh yeah, move that head.
Yeah,
You're
well,
good.
according to this, I'm not moving. Like
Well,
I'm frozen right to the picture.
then
So that's
it's
fine. It's
it's
all if
not
I'm
you.
moving.
It's
If I'm
that.
moving on, I'm gonna actually put on my thing again. And 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 Peter, join us. And Peter's probably like, oh my god, I just tried doing a touch screen on my computer. Oh, Amy's joined the group.
Oh, good.
Okay, yeah. I just saw how I see her. So yeah. And it's hard to believe that she has a 21-year-old child.
Yes.
I mean, I guess I could say that about my sister, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy just said that my sister is pretty. Yes. Yeah.
She is.
Me and her definitely don't take after each other. Just kidding.
Oh, you're
No,
pretty
no,
too,
no.
Thomas.
Actually, I actually get a lot that we both can't deny each other's brother and sister, which I'm like, yeah, like I don't think my sister has like a bald head or anything like that. So
No, it
no,
looked like she had a full head of hair.
yeah, yeah. My hair is slowly growing back, but
I
it's
know. I seen it. You had
give,
your.
give, give, give it another 10 years or so, and it will be like crew cut.
There you go. Yeah, because we're aging backwards, like that little baby picture you
Yeah.
had.
Did you see that? Yeah,
That was so
that was
cute.
that was my first attempt with AI.
That was cute. I liked
Uh,
it.
oh, we got a few people that joined in the chat. Rick is here. Um,
When
oh my
you
God.
said when you said they joined, I thought you meant they were coming
No,
on
no, no.
stream.
They joined the chat.
Oh,
Um, yeah. Rick is here. Josephine is here. Um, Wendy, federal grandma. I always say
ooh,
federal, but it's feral.
Farrell.
Um, and then Booby Goats, Erin.
Yeah.
She said that she just released another butter commercial.
Ooh, Butter
So,
Woman.
so. Yeah, I always say that the perfect theme song for her would be just to change up the theme song to Wonder Woman from the
Yeah.
'70s. Instead of
Butter
saying Wonder
Woman.
Woman, say Butter Woman. That would be.
Yeah.
But then there's like copyright infringements and stuff like that she would have to deal with. So it's probably not worth
Yeah.
it. Last thing you want is have Linda Carter after you in a lawsuit.
Nope. Nope.
So. Yeah, I have no idea why I'm not moving on the live, but as long as I'm moving on the
I see you moving. Ask
no,
them if
I know
they.
that, and on YouTube I see myself moving. I
Oh,
just
okay.
on the actual StreamYard, the actual EN Vux,
Oh,
EB
yeah.
Mux, I don't see myself.
I
You
see.
know, like I'm frozen there, but I guess it doesn't transition to you know. But Aaron, I'm trying what you suggested. I'm on the phone and doing these and having people on here.
That's cool.
So
I'm glad it's working for you.
yeah, I mean I still don't feel comfortable actually doing interviews,
Yeah.
because but this is pretty good. I probably won't do this all the time,
Yeah.
but I'll be honest with you, I'm having a harder and harder time making the videos, which is also another reason why I want to get a computer because I want to be able to edit better.
Yes.
I like my videos. Don't get me wrong; they're real and everything like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like the last video I did, actually, I had to do it like 4 times because I was just going on such a rant
Mm,
that because I just my mentality. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. My mentality just kept on going, like. There was one rant I did that was so bad. I'm not going to go into what it was, but it was so bad just kind of like thinking things like my mind sometimes goes and wanders, and I would have made Mitch blush. That's how bad the rant was. You know, and I just was like, I can't put this out there, so I just deleted it. But
ah,
yeah, believe me, it wasn't a good, it definitely would have been like, okay, we don't want to watch this guy anymore type thing.
I just go with whatever I feel like saying and bloop.
Well, normally I do too, but in this particular case, I just my depression kind of got the best of me, and I didn't want that.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to happen.
You know what I'm noticing though, because knowing that you still deal with your depression, and then I just seen that meathead Kurt, he
Mhm.
deals with it too. I'm I'm thinking more people are still dealing with depression, and they just say that they're better because I I'm okay with it because I was gonna try to go lion, thinking that that would help me. But right now, with having my son and granddaughter here, I don't want to be changing up my diet because I can't imagine not being able to have my butter coffee in the morning right now. Because
Yeah.
that sitting down and having that first cup makes me feel so warm and cozy, and I don't want to give and the steak and butter, like you were just saying, that cold butter with a nice warm piece of steak. It
Oh my
tastes so
God!
good.
When you get that hot and cold to meet together,
It is
oh my
so
God!
good. And I don't know, too much information as usual. Going through menopause, I have my fat so high right now that I don't think I can eat tallow as well as I do butter.
I mean, I can't claim to know how it feels to have menopause, you know.
Come
But
on, get in touch with your feminine side.
but yeah, no. I'll be honest. I did up for the longest time. I upped my butter and everything like that because and it did help. But it didn't really fully help my depression. It just helped. Trying to think of the right terminology. It helped, but it did. Like it was still like. So I still want to have a lot of fat, but I just kind of
Yeah,
like have to be careful of of the actual going to the bathroom and everything like that.
yeah.
And
I know upping the fat has helped because, like I said, I mean, I used to just go lay down and just try to sleep my life away, just to get out of my own head. I felt if I just go to sleep, then maybe I'll wake up in a better mood. But I don't have to do that anymore. So I know things are getting better. It's just you have to change that stinking thinking because we're our own worst critics and just need to be kind to ourselves and
yeah,
realize, you know, treat ourselves like we would treat others. I mean, I treat everybody else great, and then, I'll cuss myself out and tell myself I'm stupid, but
yeah,
just got to be,
yeah. I do that a lot too.
yeah.
Yeah.
See,
You know.
you're my buddy.
hmm Thank you. You too. Like I always get like kind of like this disoriented, I guess you could say. Sometimes I just feel like certain people. I'm not gonna name names or anything like that, but a lot of people think that I'm like not that smart. So it always bothers me. You know, and like I'll give you an example. I actually emailed my sister. I mean, not emailed her, I texted her. I haven't emailed her in a long time. Because why would I need to? We're brother and sister. We can text each other.
Yeah,
So I texted her, and the response I just felt a little weird by it. Like maybe I probably am overtaking, and I know she didn't mean it by the way it was presented, but so I told her, I said, yeah. So I just went to the endocrinologist, and they upped my Manjaro from 2.5 to 5, and my insulin's been cut in half, and in a few months I'll probably be off the insulin altogether. Right? Her exact phrase to me was "good job," and I just felt that was very degrading. Like, well, I can't even think of the word. It's very degrading. It was like very
yeah,
like you don't say "good job" to your brother. That just
yeah,
like does anyone see. You say it more to like an employee that you have, like, "Hey, you did a good job today. That's great." Or you say it to your dog. Like, "Good job, buddy." Like you didn't poop on the rug. Good job. Good boy. And this is sort of how some people talk to me. It's like they don't realize how it's very degrading.
yeah.
And like all my life I've always felt like people thought I was retarded or something like that and like really
Yeah,
stupid.
I
And
I
I just
feel
kind
like
of
that too. I
you know you know and they just
it's
don't realize how they come across. And it just gets very like I one of the things I like when I had that one video impetuous. I felt really bad about having to email everybody and cancel the appointments, including you.
yeah.
And
So
it
did
was
me,
it was with
Thomas.
a heavy heart. But I thought to myself, I'm like, I can't keep on like rolling it because every time I have a
Yeah,
live on, I was rolling the dice. Like
yeah,
today, I was very lucky with Caleb. But if he was on for 2 hours, who knows? It could have like froze up and stuff like that.
yeah,
But like you see the interview I had with Adam, I was freezing a lot.
yeah.
And that was embarrassing.
But you know what? Everybody understands.
Oh yeah,
Don't beat yourself up over something you have no control over. You really,
thank you.
take this time. I mean, when you're researching to get your new equipment, and just talk
Yeah.
kindly to yourself and
Yeah.
realize that you're doing what's best for you. This is me speaking to myself too, because we have to learn to love ourselves, and we somebody somewhere has taught us not to like ourselves, and I think you're frozen now, Thomas. Okay, you're good.
Hi.
You're good.
Am I was experimenting with something, so maybe that might have frozen me.
I thought I was losing you again.
Oh,
You're making
you
me
guys will
talk
never
to the hand
you
because the face ain't
you guys
hold
will
the message
you
at the
guys will never
tone.
lose me. Like I remember one time when Sandy actually responded, and she thought I was quitting carnivore, and I'm like,
Oh,
no, I could never quit carnivore. I can
yeah,
never, you know. And even if even if I stopped doing my channel, I would never stop being there. Like I would still be in with Mitch. I'd still be in with, like I would still be there as much as I could. I'd still be part of the community.
yeah,
So it wouldn't be like you like totally lost me. It would just be like, okay, I'm just not doing any more videos and stuff. And it's getting harder to really come up with ideas and everything, because I mean, like I could like make all my videos like push-up videos and like squat videos and stuff like that, but how many times do you want to see the same video over and over again? So it's
but
like I feel better, like, okay, say I do a squat video, I feel better when I do them like I do them without the camera for a while, and then you see like, hey, this is how well I'm doing after 2 weeks. Like this is
what do you enjoy most, Thomas? What do you like to do most? That's what you need to do more of.
yeah.
What makes you happy? Whatever is, don't worry about what we like. You will attract the people that is meant to be attracted to you. So, you know,
I
you got
I
to
like
do.
doing I like this. I like the interview process. Like I actually had a pretty good time with Caleb today.
Yeah,
He's a good kid
yes, he
and
is.
everything. Sometimes I think we have to remember that he is just a young man. He's
Yeah,
not. But I actually liked. He's very intelligent, very very astute, and I enjoyed his, talking with him and everything like that. I'm sure that we would have. I don't know if we would have been friends if I was his age, but I'm sure we would have at least been like associate. You know, like what do you call it? Like like not really friends, but you're kind of like just you get along with the person when you're in school with them. But
yeah. Schoolmates.
schoolmates. I think that's a good answer right there.
Yeah,
Schoolmates. I had plenty of schoolmates, but I only had a few friends.
yeah,
And that would come to my house and everything.
yeah.
You know, and so that actually worked out that actually was pretty good. And I'm glad Kayla was my last interview
Yeah,
for now.
yeah.
But I do like this. I mean, anybody in the chat wants to give me your opinion, and I am reading it from the YouTube side. It's a lot easier than doing it from the phone side. Um, yeah, I'm actually hearing that sound again. I think what it is I think it's you being out. I think it's you being outside
Well,
in
I'm
the
outside because
yeah. I
I'm
think it sounds like
avoiding
an
the
outside
house.
noise.
But there's my
But
neighbor is cutting the grass. That might be
that's
the.
what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lawnmower.
Yes,
Okay.
you know that game where when you cut the grass, the neighbor has to answer within 24 hours. Well, we cut our grass this morning, so he wanted to answer. He didn't want to have to do it in the morning. He had to answer
Oh
right
god.
now.
Oh my god. So going back, but I mean, do you guys think that I could actually do interviews with the phone? I mean, I think there's still a lot of things I have to learn, and
It's
oh, Papa
okay.
said that my volume is higher than your volume. Okay, so let me.
Yours is higher.
Mine's higher, yeah. So I'm gonna turn my volume down. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you.
Okay, I want to turn it up a little because
Is
now
it
I can
like I'm
hardly hear.
screaming?
Uh,
I hope not, but
no,
I know
well, no,
it's
he's saying
loud up here.
he's saying I'm louder, not you're louder. He's
Oh,
saying that
okay.
my volume is higher. But Peter, just tell me if me turning it down a little bit helped. So we'll go from there. Yeah, I don't. I did notice when I watch your videos, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to embarrass or anything like that, but your
Oh
volume is
no,
very low with your videos.
it is. I
Um,
don't know.
so,
I talk.
but I
I
think what it
think
is,
I'm
you
just.
got so much background noise that it's overpowering you.
Yeah.
You know.
We got
Um,
the cicadas in the tree line. You can hear
yeah.
the cicadas, and then usually the park people that are maintenance. They're
But then I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is on purpose because her name is Carnivore Whisperer.
well, that
So
when
so
you put
maybe
that,
that's part of the shtick, you know. Maybe she's like I'm gonna talk really
yeah,
softly, so then people have to like really listen in, you know.
maybe that's what people will think. Hey, really? Come on in. I'm
It's like, boy, is
whispering.
she really true to form. CB said for me to stop yelling. I can't help it, CB.
I like you yelling though because I can hear you. My neighbor
Yeah,
usually takes a lot longer to mow his than we do. I think he fights with his wife and then he stays on the mower for a while.
does he ever feel like he's going to run over his wife with the lawnmower? Just
Well,
kidding.
sometimes I feel that might happen.
That's funny. Yeah, CB says that to stop yelling. He's joking. I like how CB says I'm joking after everything he says. Like as it like it's like it reminds me of this comedian, right? That this one comedian, I forget who he was, but he was doing this joke about Preparation H, and he was making a point that Preparation H actually has a warning on the package that says do not consume internally. Now, most of the time when they have warnings like that, that means that there was somebody at one point
Exactly.
that actually. So can you like he was like imagine this
Yep.
letter, like dear Preparation H, I swallowed this great cream of yours, but now my mouth is the size of a pea. Yeah. And it's like CB when he does like the I'm joking, it's like I do the same thing. Like I put LOL, and it's like we all know you're joking, but
Or is he?
yeah, it's true. I mean, you'd be surprised how many. I'll say stuff that's like so outlandish, and people are still like, "Well, no, you can't do that." It's like, okay, like I said one time that I told a customer one time, but it was like so outlandish. The total came to like $150, but I told him it was like $80,000 for his tuxedo. And he's like, starts like, I can't afford that. Like, what am I supposed to do? That's really, and he's like yelling at me for, he's saying it's $80,000. And I'm like, his father was like, son, really? Are you that dumb? That you didn't get that was a joke, like, it's like, really? But kids are like that sometimes.
Why is Peter still like in between us but
He's
not
here,
here?
but he's not here. Let me see. I'm going to try to do something. That's actually a good point. Sorry, Peter, but I'm going to let me
I
get
wonder
back
if
into
he's trying to
this.
get back on.
No, he's gone. Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
All right. So let me see if I can make my thing bigger again because
I wonder
that's
where he went.
well, he was in the chats, so because he's the one who told me about my volume
Oh
being
yeah,
louder than you.
that's right.
We're going to be getting a visitor.
Rick.
Rick, Rick,
Oh, how I missed you, Rick.
Well, hopefully you can hear me.
I can hear you.
All
Wait,
right.
what'd you say?
Works.
Excuse me.
I got
It's
two
Duckman and
handsome
Iguana
men
Boy.
with me.
That's right.
I'm the lucky duck.
I just
How's your van?
I fixed it. I had the belt break.
Uh,
So I had to go to AutoZone, get another belt. Then I had to remember how to put the belt around it. I mean, there was several ways of doing it. I tried 3 different ways until I got it right. I tried on the right, then the left, then up and down. Finally, I got it to work. And then
good.
I made 2 trips to the school to pick up all the lights that were throwing away. I'm going to try to see if I can build some good ones out of it. But it's so hot and so humid. Got to look, dig in the dumpster, take all the stuff out, put it in the van, then move it to the pile, then move it over there. It's just like, I guess, exercise.
Yeah. You sound. Are you sick? You sound different.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Maybe you're tired like me.
I don't know. I don't feel tired.
No.
I mean, it could be the microphone, could be the computer, it could be anything.
Huh.
Yeah, do it.
It could be the neighbor that just finished mowing the lawn too.
Ah, there you go. That
He's
makes
done-
a difference.
He's
Well,
done though. Let me see if I
we'll
can-
blame it on the neighbor that just did the lawn.
I was going to try to show you him, but I can't see him in there. Wait, here. He'll probably be coming between.
Somebody's there.
You can
And
see him.
just yell out, "Hey, you want to come over here? You'll be on camera." He's either going to run away or run towards. You know, it depends on.
No,
I got rid
Like,
of my lawn.
he's
I
walking.
got rid of my lawn a long time ago.
Hey, do you want your 15 seconds of fame? Yeah, come over.
He's really sweet.
He sure is.
I'm lucky with all my nice neighbors.
Yeah, I have pretty good. My neighbors here are pretty. I mean, I have a few grumps, but most apartments do have a few grumps in there.
I
You
can
know,
imagine.
My
I
neighbors
probably
avoid
don't
me.
have that many grumps because I'm probably the grump. You know, so
I'm
I
like
don't-
the Addams family. Do do
yeah.
do
Boom, boom.
do 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 do.
You rang.
You rang.
You rang. You do if you say it properly. You do have the voice for it.
Yeah.
You rang.
You rang.
Yes, you do.
You need to echo your vocal cord a little bit. You know, like kind of like you know, make yourself sound older. Like, you
Yeah.
rang.
Well, that's the one thing that I haven't had much success with because when I talk to people on the phone, they guess that I'm in my 30s. I'm like, nope, I'm 57. Oh no, you're not that old. Then they see me.
Stop
No, you're not
lying
that
to
old.
me.
Yeah, one of my customers was mad at me. Oh, you can't keep telling me you're. I'll show you my driver's license. Looked at it as like, okay.
Well,
I,
you look good.
I don't know why they
Yeah.
think when you're over 50, you know, that you're over the hill. It's like I know people in their 60s that are in excellent shape. There's no
Yeah.
excuse to being a wreck until you get in your
No.
80s or 90s.
Yeah.
And actually, I know people that are in their 80s and 90s that aren't too bad. You know.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, look at I didn't know him. I mean, that would be pretty impressive if I did. But look at Jack LaLanne. He was like
Yeah.
85 when he was
Well,
like
look at
when he did that big
Mitch.
thing where he
Look
Mitch
at
too.
Mitch.
Yeah.
He had his shirt off
Yeah.
that one day, and I was like, "Wow."
For a 79 year no he's what is he 79 now or
I think
78?
he's 78.
78.
So it's still I mean
Yeah.
1 year difference. I don't think that's really but yeah. But didn't Jack LaLanne like even like when he turned 80 didn't he like pull like a whole bunch of like boats across like
He did that, all those stunts.
you know to show like even at 80 you can do all this stuff
Right.
that I don't know how he passed away but that'd be kind of sad if he passed away because one of the boats like got loose and hit him in the head or something like that it's
I think he got
I didn't really think
pneumonia or
this
something.
through.
Wow.
What was that?
I think he got pneumonia or something.
Okay. Yeah, well that's gonna do it once you get that in once you get that bug in and
Yeah.
You know.
See, one of the good things about me, because I have chronic sinus issues, I've never had a lung infection. I don't even think I could get pneumonia. What's going to kill me is a heart attack.
You still trying, ain't you?
Oh, I'm going to get it. I guarantee it. One day you're going to
Well,
see
you
Rick.
know what? You are determined, so I will
Yes.
give you that. You have, you know.
That's one thing we can count on you not to give up. You're not
That's
giving
right.
up.
It's like a friend of mine was saying, you don't go to the dentist, so you're going to get an infection. That means you have heart disease. I'm like, well, my teeth haven't fallen out yet, and I chew on meat and I eat ice all the time,
Whew.
and oh, that's going to damage your teeth. I'm like, nope. I chew ice constantly.
Yeah, Josephine actually says that her grandma was 94 and still going up and down steps every day and still
Wow.
driving.
See,
That's awesome.
And actually well, he was my boss, but I didn't really work with him that much. He was the owner of the furniture place I worked for, and he was about 95, and he drove,
Wow.
and I'm sure he walked up and down steps, and he was pretty spry, but I mean he died like up until like he died right at 95, so he passed away a while ago, but.
hmm
But I also knew a guy too that I used to be impressed with who was 91 and he danced and swam.
there
Wow.
you go.
So,
Rick's going to be 110 taking us on Bride and Talks.
And have a heart attack.
yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. We're just, me and this other guy, I forget who it was talking about like how, like, normally I would be considered past middle aged, and you and me both, Rick, and
Well, I'm older than you, Thomas.
I know, but I didn't want to say.
All right. Hey, we're
But
the three amigos here.
But now, if you think about carnivore, if we go by most carnivores, it's possible that I am middle aged now. At 52.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
And
We don't
I
know
mean
when our time is up.
but isn't that sort of the beauty of it all that you don't know?
Yeah.
It's to embrace the why think about when you're going to die and stuff like that. Just embrace it. Just live every moment as if tomorrow is your last day.
Yeah.
We tend to not do that. So our friend Dustin just joined the group.
Well, hi, Dustin.
They're at the mall. So
Ooh. I don't envy him. I hate
I
shopping.
haven't been to a mall in a long time,
Me
and I'm glad
either.
I haven't. Ever since COVID, I haven't been to the mall.
I haven't been out to eat since COVID.
I've been out to eat.
No, not me.
I haven't been out to eat since Russ took me out to eat.
You got to go to the steakhouse.
That's right.
A Brazilian steakhouse?
Brazilian steakhouse. Russ took me to the one down the street.
I've never
That's
been.
that's like a fancy restaurant to me.
That's fancy. Which fork do I use?
You got to use a fork and a knife? Oh my god!
What? Fork and a knife?
Just the opposite of home.
we use our hands where I go.
I grabbed the food right off the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
What, you have an engine?
I gotta have it in my van down by the river.
Yes, that's fine.
I have a little like electric wheel with a hamster that like runs it.
Yeah, Rick pulls instead of you want some candy, little girl. You want some steak, little girl.
Here, ducky, ducky, ducky.
Yeah, here, quack, quack.
Parking lot chicken, Muscovy duck, and iguana.
Oh, I still see that one of your videos. You showed it to us on one of your lives where you opened up the fridge.
Right.
And there's that iguana. I was like, Lord have mercy. Oh, goodness.
Okay. Oh. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Yeah, you're like this.
Okay. Okay. Good. No, you know what happened just now? Okay, stop giving me a hard time.
Uh-oh, you froze. Get him a blanket, Rick.
Uh-oh.
Freezing.
All right, am I still frozen?
No,
No.
you're good. Rick warmed you up.
Okay. No, you know what happened? Guess what I just got while talking to you guys on the phone.
Phone
This is
call?
where the phone is probably problematic.
Phone
Yes.
call?
And every single
Oh,
time I get a phone call, it goes automatically to this other screen
yeah.
that says I got a phone call. Like I already know I got a
Maybe if
phone
you put
call.
your
I ignored it on
phone,
purpose.
put it on Do Not Disturb, maybe.
I do. It is on Do
Oh,
Not
but
Disturb. It
it
just
still
still
came
came
through.
out. Yeah, it's because it's not really. It's like no one heard
What?
it ring, right?
Mister,
It's
you
just,
got one of
you just
those phones again. That's
yeah.
fancy.
My other phones never did this. It's just this. It's this whatever phone this is, and it was cheap, and I seem to go right for the. Well, you know what it is. Is there was a time when I couldn't afford things, so it's like if I could get the cheaper phone, I would get the cheaper plan and everything, and that's what I did.
Well, yeah.
And that's sort of what happened with. Does Rick actually have a phone call or?
I don't. I
No.
think Rick's
Dial
playing
tone.
with us.
I had a feeling you were playing like.
Well, you're talking about a phone. I got mine from the dumpster.
I know. Well, your phone's cool. Your phone's even better that it never. Dustin says that he figured that you would have a U.S. cellular bag phone.
I have bag phone. Yes, I do. I could go get it.
Sure.
Let me see. I'll grab it.
Rick's got all the gadgets. He's got them all.
Yep.
Did he ever tell?
Yeah, Amy's like, of course you do, Rick. I'm telling you, show and tell.
It is.
Now he's taking. Well, he's now right now we're seeing him being off the screen, but I'm also seeing there's always a delay between YouTube
Yeah.
and the actual.
Is he? Oh, there. Hey, he's
Here
back.
he comes.
He knew exactly where it was.
Of course, he probably has it all alphabetized.
Do you,
Oh my god.
Rick? Do you have your phones like in year? Instead of alphabetized, you have them by year.
I actually have a database, believe it or not, but I know where this stuff is because it's part of my display. I have it over there on the shelf. It's a curiosity. It's even got the thing to plug it in.
Nice.
Oh god. So what year is that phone?
Yeah, what year is that from?
This is from 1980. I think it's 87, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
We used to have this at a job that I was doing when I worked after Hurricane Andrew in 92. They had these. I don't know why they were in the office, but they were going to throw it away. So I thought, oh, I'll take it.
I was just trying to do the math on how old I was in 1987. I just figured it out. Like, I was 15. I was 15 at the time. So I was about your age when you first began carnivore. There, Rick.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was in 83. I got carnivore.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you got a few years on me, so
A little bit.
yeah.
But
which, if you think about it, it's really not that far of a difference. Like, I guess if we were kids, I guess it would be a big difference. But
yeah.
Like if I was 4 and you were 8, I'm sure there would be a huge. I can't see you palling around with a 4-year-old.
Exactly.
Yeah, age don't matter when you get older. It seems like.
Nah.
Yeah, because the distance, the difference is so different.
Yeah.
Once you're over the hill, you got good company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
What age is over the hill now?
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
like I was saying, like I was definitely over the hill before carnivore. Now, technically speaking, if you go by what everybody else says, then technically I was backed up and I'm no longer over the hill. I'm more like
Yeah, I'm
halfway.
still waiting to age backwards. I'm still waiting.
Yeah,
I think I need to
sometimes I
put some
feel.
more tallow on my face. Maybe that'll help.
Well, I was always sort of immature, like I never like I watched my comic books, and well, comic book movies. I'm not going to really say comic books. I read comic books, but not really fully. And I get bored with reading books. I try to read. I'm like one of those people. I'm the type of person that will read a
Yeah.
book, and this is why I'm having so much problems with the coaching course. Hey, Milton, how you doing?
Meow.
Yeah. Milton's like, I don't sound like that.
Oh, she's looking into our souls.
Milton has like a really deep voice, like I am the one with the deep voice, not
Milton,
you.
delicious little monster.
Can you imagine if Milton started talking? He's like, "Hey, Dad, how you doing?"
Let's go get some iguanas, Daddy.
Rick would be like, "What the hell?"
The fridge is empty. We must fill it with iguanas.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Oh, yeah. See, he's hungry.
Monster. He wants to play. He's a playful little monster. Look at that little monster.
Yes, that little devious look on his face that most cats have. My cat used to have the same look. So, but yeah. So I forgot what I was about to say. We got Miltonized.
It's because we're so old, Thomas.
Oh yeah, just I don't know. Like I've always been a little immature, but I've always read I've always done the comic books and I've done my drawings. Like I think I mentioned like my book was even like a cartoon type, like a science fiction um, book with characters and stuff like that. And I just always went that route. But so I think even before Carnivore, I was always like kind of like childish. But I do like my
But that keeps
like,
it fun.
like I still watch my cartoons. I haven't watched cartoons in a long time, but I
What
still watch them.
cartoon would you watch if you were to turn the
Whatever,
TV on?
whatever.
Oh, any.
Mostly like Marvel related or DC
Oh,
related.
okay. I don't know what cartoon I would watch.
So Amy is asking. I was just about to try to highlight the question. I can't because it's.
Oh, you can't do that.
So I'm just gonna read the question. Well, I can do it from the phone, but let's face facts. I've already like closed the phone down once. I'm not gonna try it
Let's not
again.
try to do no tricks.
Rockin' Keto. So if I don't display the question, people, I apologize. Okay. So, but I'll probably catch it faster if I actually say it. So Amy asks, anyone ever feel extremely exhausted? I feel really tired tonight, and I just want to crash, but I have so much work to do. Yeah, I can't speak for you, Rick, but I can't speak for you either, Lisa. But I do get tired sometimes, a lot of times.
I work in the
Yes.
yard all day.
Yesterday when I was with you guys, with Bob and you, Rick, I was like my eyelids were like going inside out. I was really tired. And you sort of looked really tired at that time too, if I'm not mistaken.
Generally,
so-
after 10, I start to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 for me.
I mean, unfortunately, because I miss I do miss these lives, But like I said, with the interviews, I was just so, the stress that I was having on just worrying about me being frozen in the middle of the lines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like this one, I didn't really care if I froze. It was like sort of like it was still fun. Like you guys like kind of like running around on the screen, like like where's Tom? Where's Tom? And I mean that was kind of that was funny. I got a kick out of it, even though I was panicking and everything like that. But I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, oh my god. But when I'm doing an interview, like if I have like say I'm doing an interview with you, Rick, if I'm interviewing you, I know you wouldn't care. But if I'm interviewing you, I still want some professionalism. I still don't want to freeze in the middle of your interview. So that's kind of why I just thought, and also editing my videos too. like I know, like I made the joke, and I put it on my video, as you could see. I made the joke about you being like the professor from Gilligan's Island,
Mm-hmm.
and the coca and everything, but if I could make, but I tried everything to get the computer to work and to get the internet not to freeze on me and stuff. I mean, I even had, with some help, I had somebody take the wire through the wall, and this is an apartment, so it's not something I'm really
Yeah.
supposed to be doing. It was a pre-made wall, it was a pre-made hole, so I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like he actually drilled, but
Yeah.
but we still jigger rigged it to do, and it worked and everything like that. So I got the Ethernet connection, but it was still not working.
Mm.
It was still giving me like very little juice,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, you know what? Lewis said to me when I bought the computer, he's like, I don't know, like maybe that's not enough gigs and stuff like that. I'm like, oh no, it's a
Mm.
perfect computer. I did, and I just was so excited about getting a new computer. I just wasn't really fully thinking about it. I'm like, like I was thinking to myself, like, I don't want to cancel the computer because I need this damn computer, Excuse my
Yeah.
language. Like I was just more caring about how my camera was on the old computer. And I'm like, oh, my camera's going to be good. Which the camera is much better on the computer,
You wouldn't
but
want to know where I got my computer from.
the garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The dump?
the dump trash pile.
And I probably could have found a really good, like, I was thinking to myself, like, like I know a lot of I know some computers are not really upgradable. I know they actually rig them that way, but some are, and I know that technically laptops are usually the ones that are not really upgradable, like the desktops are a little bit more upgradable than the laptops.
Mm.
But, and if you saw this computer, you would say, okay, I don't think it's upgradable, it says it can upgrade the storage, but it can't really upgrade the RAM or anything like that. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, well, maybe my old computer could be upgradable. But then I'm like, well, there's things that my old computer is so bad that how like when you put on like Chrome, like and you have the icon for Chrome,
Mm.
on your thing, on your search engine, whatever.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have, on the old computer. Mine doesn't have the icon. It just looks like a piece of paper that says Google Chrome.
Oh.
So that's how bad the computer is. It's like it won't even give me like the actual proper icons.
What is your operating system? Windows?
On this computer, well, I shouldn't say this computer because now we're on the phone. On the computer that, the computer the new computer, yes, that's Windows. The other one was something else. I forget what it was, but it wasn't Windows.
Linux?
Yeah, I
See,
think it
I
was
wouldn't
Linux.
even know what mine is. I have no clue.
Yeah, I mean
Believe it.
my computer definitely, it had to be older than 20 years.
Oh.
Like I'll definitely mark
Rick, how old's
Carbon.
yours?
About 15 years.
But I have a feeling even if your computer was like from 1976, you would still be able
He would be
to.
able to figure it out.
Well,
Yeah.
I always tend to make things work. I mean, look at the vehicle I drive. Look at my bicycles. They're from the trash, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
You
van
do
is
a
a
good
98.
job.
My truck is a 1990.
You amaze me, Rick.
Well,
Really?
you know what I think. You know what I think it is. Yeah, you amaze me too, Rick. Was I convincing on that one or no?
You was.
yeah, Rick, you're amazing. Okay.
He is.
I know he is. I'm just joking with him. See, I didn't have to say that I was joking. Rick already knew it. Just busting your chops there, CB. Oh, Lexi just joined us.
Hi, Lexi.
She just said that, yay, I'm live tonight.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked. I talk every once in a while to Lexi, but I haven't really seen her in quite a while.
Yeah.
So.
I see her from time to time.
Well,
Yeah,
I
in
see her, but
chats.
it's not like it used to be where I was talking to her a lot. Like we haven't done this in a long time. I feel
She's been a busy
so.
woman.
She has. I'm so
She's a
proud of her.
hard-working woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing home the bacon.
That's the good stuff.
But So what was I saying? Oh my god, I'm getting so old. My brain.
You were saying how amazing Rick was. You were
Well,
talking
that's
about
true.
your computer and Chrome.
Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't matter really.
You must
No, but
you must be
I just
tired. You're
yeah.
slap
I,
happy.
well, I know I have to get up really early tomorrow morning. I have to be at work by 5. So I probably will get up around 3:30 to get up and take my
Wow.
shower. You know, because
You have to do the three S's.
the what?
My dad always said
The three S's?
shit, shower and shave.
Do I look like I shave?
Well, you might shave the neck, you know, or the
Sure, why
cheeks. The cheeks.
I haven't either.
not? No, I do trim it. But usually I trim it like
Yeah,
once every like, couple of weeks.
I do. I have to pluck mine. Get some and my
I was gonna,
mustache.
I have been actually thinking about shaving it back off again, but I don't know. Last time I shaved it, I didn't like how I looked. Like the last time I shaved it was actually the Boston trip, and I'll be honest with you, the reason why I grew it back is because I'm looking myself in the mirror, and I'm like, oh no, no, you know, But at that time, I think I was a little. I guess I got sick without realizing it, and I was a little puffy and stuff like that. So I just like when
Oh,
you shave after when you're not feeling that well,
yeah,
you kind of show it, you know, like you don't have that crispness, you know,
yeah. I know. I get
and
it. No,
well, yeah, I mean,
I'm
so
kidding.
you can relate, you know.
No, I do get.
Uh,
As us women age, we get them hairs too.
I know.
We get them.
I
Not that.
I used to make fun of my grandma all the time because she would have like hairs like she's like, I'm trying to shave it. I'm trying to get rid of it. Like, okay. Well, you just let it grow out, you know? See how long it grows, you know?
Yeah, maybe I could get me some of them handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
be
I don't know if I
sexy.
don't know if I could actually do that. My hair's not really. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of straggly gray hair, which doesn't
Yeah,
sound very carnivore, but you know.
that's what some of the hairs. I'm glad that they're white though now because you don't see them as easily as a
Yeah.
dark hair.
Like I don't know if I go closer. I don't know if I'm going close enough, but I don't know if you can see the grays in my hair. You know. So
Rick,
Rick's
you
like,
you
whoa.
probably only have a little bit of gray in your sideburns, huh?
I
Possible.
don't think.
Yeah, I know my grandpa when my Spanish grandpa. He died kind of young. He had Alzheimer's, but he only had gray in his sideburns. I think he was like 76 when he died.
Hmm.
That I say young because the Cuban side of my family they live in their upper 90s usually. So he died young.
Mm-hmm.
My
Well, most of my family dies pretty young. I'm trying to think.
Hmm.
Most of them are in their 70s when they pass away, including my mom. So I guess if I live past 70, that I kind of pass that tradition,
yeah,
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
break that
I'm not even
curse.
to 70 yet. So let's first get to 70 before I know whether or not I'm going to pass it, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we're
yeah,
all gonna. Hopefully, we do.
yeah. I
I
mean,
I want to I want to continue to be able to watch
if I
Rick ride his
die
bike.
happy with a steak in my hand, I'll be happy, you know.
That's how you want to
You
die with a steak in your hand.
know? Why not? You know?
what what kind of steak?
Yes.
All of them?
Yeah. I could care less what steak I'm eating. I actually like the chuck steaks I get the chuck you know they're cheap. They're like $7
Yeah.
each one, you know, and full of fat, full of, you know, I enjoy it, you know.
The the Costco I go to is selling chuck rolls for 5.99 a pound. And I just saw Dr. Baker, cut up one, different steaks and stew meat. And I'm thinking, I told my husband, I said, we need to go get those. Heck was spending 13, I think ribeyes are 13.99 a pound right now. Well, the choice. We
Yeah,
did
I
get
actually,
we got porterhouses again the other day for 13.99 a pound. That was good. But
yeah, I think I want to put aside my paycheck, one of my paychecks, because I should get like 4 of them for September, or at least 3 of them for September. And I'm getting a few things now because guess what? My selfie stick broke too. So
yeah, I seen you said
yeah,
that.
so I'm actually getting a new one like in 2 days. So
Yeah.
which is fine. I think we can wait 2 days. For me to do a walking video.
Just hold
But
your hand like this.
but
That's like
have you? I could do that, but have you ever seen my videos when I do that? Let me see if I can make an example. Okay, so when I'm holding my hand out, my hand's going like this.
you'll be like you'll be like my husband. He has essential tremors, so he shakes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like my roommate would probably think I'm making fun of him or something. I look like but um, and actually, it wouldn't even be like that. It would be more like this.
What, your hand would be in the way?
Well, they'd be shaking up and down and everything like that. I can't
Oh
stay
yeah.
steady. Lexi just said her tummy hurts now, so I'm not sure
Oh.
if she's talking about me shaking up and down that I made her dizzy, or you know. Uh, well, she's talking. It looks like she's talking to feral grandma Wendy.
Oh, I can't.
So how it is. They talk amongst the chats.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, Rick, but do you ever feel like when you're in here, you feeling left out in the chats? Like you're like, where?
My granddaughter wants to say goodnight to me. Come here.
Uh,
Yeah. I won't let you guys see her. My other daughter said, "Don't ever let my kids on the camera." Maybe I'll
Boy.
told her
well,
she
if
could
they're
come.
if they're camera hogs, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I thought she was getting ready to come out here to say goodnight to me, but
How old is
I,
she?
she just turned 6. She had a birthday on the 22nd.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah. Annabelle. She's a sweetie. Whew. It's downright chilly out here.
I always make the joke with anybody named Isabel, because can you imagine the naming of that? Like how the first person ever come up with that name? Like so what's your daughter's name? Well, Izzo, and ding 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 bell.
Belle.
Okay, Isabel. Whoever thought of these things? Of course, my name Thomas. Like, let's say how that origin probably started.
Seems like your phone's doing really good because I can see you real clearly.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm still, believe it or not, I'm still not moving. I'm still in the same spot.
Really?
Yeah, but I know I see myself on YouTube, so I
Yeah.
can see myself moving. But
Huh.
um,
I wonder if that were you moving before you went offline?
yes. So
Yeah, probably
well,
shows it.
I was moving a little bit after I came back on, but
Yeah.
but when Peter got kicked off, that's sort of when I stopped moving, like a little bit after that. So we'll blame it on Peter for
Yes.
him
Peter.
leaving on me being frozen. You know. So, so I mean, and you're okay. So I'm going to ask you two, and not the rock band, you two actually. Do you think that I could do interviews with this, or do you think it is better that I get a better computer and do interviews?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
The video seems okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like
Maybe
it's good.
I'll think about it. I told Amy that I was going to have her be the next one, the first one.
Yeah.
Because she actually helped. She actually gave me some really good comments the other day, and like it just, sometimes you just get that. But if that works out if Amy wants to come on and interview, from my phone, it'd be really cool is if I could do this outside, but for some reason the reception does die even with the phone.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I think I still have, because when I'm in the park, the Wi-Fi is totally gone. And I would,
Yeah.
so, but that because I think you guys probably remember I've got
Milton.
a few lives where I'm walking out in the park and all of a sudden I get cut out
Yeah.
Milton,
because I'm
no.
out in the park. Okay, so I'll figure out a schedule and we'll set up to do this again. Um, we'll consider it a test run.
Yeah.
But and then slowly I'll just try to bring people back in. 'Cause I felt so bad canceling people out.
Uh,
Weren't
Um,
you supposed to have a live with Russ?
I am.
your birthday.
It was supposed to be on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm sure if I emailed him, I'm sure it might not be on my birthday, but I'm sure you work something out. I mean, either that or I could still do it for my birthday. I just,
Just have an open mic night.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it does kind of sound like if I could, like I am a little leery about doing like 3 is one thing. I think the more people I have on here, it's because right now my phone, you're pretty much the size of my thumb.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Like for all 3 of you.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if there was like 10 of you?
Yeah.
Like you'd be more like the size of my thumbnail, not
Yeah,
my
we
thumb.
wouldn't be.
So I don't know how I would feel about doing you guys on the phone.
Yeah, that's
You,
true.
But
you,
like just one or two is fine.
Yeah.
can't you cast your phone to a TV?
Oh yeah.
Well, that part I don't really know how to. I don't really know. Yeah, you're right. I could probably just cast the or even the computer itself. That's what CB was saying. He was saying there's like some kind of app that can allow me to cast my phone to the computer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably could do that, and it probably wouldn't use too much. It probably would be fine with the RAM too, right? If that was the case.
Milton. Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, you know more than I do, Rick.
Well, it depends. I mean, it depends on your adapter. Will you stop that, Milton? Little Milton.
Oh, I would need so I would need an adapter to hook the phone to the computer, is what you're
Well,
saying.
what it is, the phone has graphics built in, and most of the time they'll use either a Wi-Fi connection or Bluetooth, and then some people use an adapter that you can plug in. But it just depends on your phone has a Bluetooth connection. It should work. You can see
Yeah.
how fast it is.
Okay, so I'm going to answer two things that was just said. So Amy suggests, which I don't know if you guys see the chats or not, but Amy suggests to watch the stream on the computer, which is what I'm doing right now. I actually have YouTube open on the computer, but
There's a delay.
there is a slight delay. You're absolutely right. But could I open? No, actually, because I can't be in two. I would be in two places at once then if I did that. You know what I mean? Like there would be two of me up here. I wouldn't be just one because it'd be on two different things. Because I did that one time with a Zoom call. I was on my computer, and for some reason it was on my phone too, and I ended up being in two. There was two of me on the Zoom call, and but I started doing that with. There is a delay, but I am doing that with YouTube. Like I'm reading the chat actually on YouTube. I'm not even reading it on the. Because if I did the chat on the actual StreamYard, I would definitely not see you guys. You guys would be even smaller because I'd have to include the chat in with that. Okay, so yeah, she's saying that she uses. And congratulations, Amy! You made number one on the crowning. She says that she uses her phone as a monitor to make sure everything is running correctly. Okay. And Cranky John, welcome to the neighborhood. Well, two things he says. He actually says about Isabel. He says Isabel from Hebrew means pledged to God. John is a walking dictionary, like walking encyclopedia, you know. Um, um, you guys know who Cranky Carnivore is, right?
I've seen him in the chats.
Okay, so he's asking me if I run a speed test on my internet connection with my computer compared to my phone. I've done on my computer, but I haven't done a speed test on my phone. So I'm not even. I guess I would do the same way, right? I would just kind of like do speed test on Google and just do it that way. So you know what, John? I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to lose. But I guess I could do it on my computer now. You guys don't mind if I go off YouTube for a second, right?
No.
Okay, so all right. So you guys want to see what my speed test is on the computer? What do you guys have a number you think it's going to be? We'll play a guessing game.
Download 140, upload 30.
Okay, how about you, Lisa? All right. If it comes up, I have no clue, then that means you won.
I'm the winner. I know nothing about computers.
Well, you know numbers, right?
Well, I know, but I wouldn't know. Like he was saying, upload. My husband tells me this stuff. I have no clue. I'm just
all
like,
right.
just tell me how to work it.
So neither one of you won the prize. My download was 98.
Oh wow!
And my upload was 28.9.
Is that good?
That's almost 30.
What was that, Rick?
That's almost 30. That should be adequate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I still would be leery, you know, because I've had it higher than that and it still froze on me, you know. But I mean, I just can't help but think it's the computer or RAM, you know.
You're friends with a lot of the popular groups. Have you ever talked to Mr. Carey about it? I mean, he's sort of a tech guy.
No. Yeah, he might know. You know. I mean, the fact I'm actually doing this is actually pretty. It's very, very satisfying. Like we had Lewis has joined us.
They could start a fundraiser to get you a new fancy computer.
Yeah, Lewis is asking me what I paid for, but I have a feeling he didn't mean to phrase it that way. I'm wondering if he meant to say you get what you pay for. Which is true. He told me that the computer was going to not be, you know, like he sort of warned me, and I didn't take the warning, and I admit that, you know. Yeah, I mean, I think this is working. I think if we just do, because I mean, think about it for 1 second. You know, the only problem is it's hard for me to actually put the questions up on the screen.
Yeah.
You know, so that being said, so I can't read the questions up on the screen. You know, like we could maybe do a segment where like the person talks, tell their story, and then all questions, you know, like we kind of reserve them until after. I don't know, you know. It's weird, Rick. I'm actually looking at you on the YouTube, and I'm looking at you here, and like when I say something, you make like these weird reactions on the YouTube. That sort of like this guy's weird, you know. His foreheads. So like I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh, you didn't really think it was a good thing to say, you know? Like what a jerk. No, Um, Lewis asks, what do you pay for? Speed from the ISP. So, which I'm not sure what that means. You know a little bit more about that, right, Rick?
Yeah, I mean, he's asking how fast your internet connection is. What plan do you have?
Oh, like what company I use to do my internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use Optimum. I mean, according to them, when I called them, they said that the speed is going. That they have loads of speed coming from my house, but they could be just saying that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm oh, internet. Okay, Cranky told me exactly what the letters mean. Internet service provider. All right. Um, Amy said that she asks that question of her clients daily. Yeah, no, I use Optum. There's only two companies for me that I can use. There's only two providers. It's it's Optimum and Verizon. And unfortunately, I have a lot of issue. I have some things going on with Verizon, so I couldn't really. Um, they were pretty much telling me that I'd have to pay them $350 before I even signed up.
Wow.
Because what happened was I had the cable under my name, but she was the one paying for it. When I say she, I mean the alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and she decided one day to stop paying it, and for like 3 months it was like lapsed. So since it was under my name, guess who got caught with it? So
Uh-oh.
I just stopped doing it, and so I do have this back bill I have to pay first, which is whatever. But even afterwards, they said that for the same plan I'm getting now, it would be about $50 more. So like
Wow.
they have a better internet because they have FiOS over the other one, but it's not worth the extra $50 in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather get the newer computer. And like I said, if the newer computer gives me better, like when I looked at my computer, like it said that I could do videos, but I can't do videos. It's more like I can watch videos,
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to edit and stuff like that, like I if I want to take like right now my videos, they're good. I'm not saying they're not. It's not. I don't hate them, but I sort of like to have a little bit better quality for editing and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
like maybe get rid of some of the back, like with you, Lisa, like the background sounds. If
What are you
there's a
trying
way
to
that you can get
say?
rid of, if there's a way you can get rid of the background sounds,
Yeah. Yeah. I think I just need like a little mic or something. Maybe that would help.
yeah,
I don't really care. I
but
don't
I
really
mean,
care.
there are equipment that you can actually get to actually block the sound, and
Oh,
there's ways
yeah.
that you can get rid
Yeah,
of that
my daughter
background.
said there was something. But I don't want I just want to like do them and post them. I don't it's I'm not trying to be no superstar. I'm just trying to heal and talking and I don't know. I like to
Yeah,
watch my
I mean, I
videos
love
and
your. Don't get me wrong, I love your videos. I
it
just,
helps me.
I just hear them. I think your videos are wonderful.
Well, thank
But
you.
you're welcome. You know, and Rick, yes, I think your videos are wonderful too.
Yeah,
Don't forget.
Rick's gives me a little bit of a exercise. Rick, it was so funny when we were moving my son in last weekend. The only U-Haul they could rent was it was a big one. It was like a step down from a I forget, a big rig. I don't know. And my son was scared to drive it, so my husband did, and I was following him, and I was giggling and laughing and like dodging like I do when I'm watching you in your bike. And when we got home, I said I felt like I was watching Rick. he started He started laughing. I said, I think I was dodging as much watching you drive that truck as I do Rick riding his bike. It was a lot of. I was like, you go. I don't know how he did it though. I can't. I wouldn't have wanted to drive that. I would have been a nervous wreck.
Everything I drive is big.
Yeah. That's a passenger van you have, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that is a big one.
And I still have my wood-powered school bus sitting in the backyard.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Have you ever showed it on camera?
I used to have it in my videos back in 2010, but when they were deleted, I haven't used it since. I'm gonna see
Oh,
if it's still good. But I made a trip across the country in that thing over 25 years ago,
wow.
all the way to
Wow.
Iowa.
Wow.
Didn't spend $1 on fuel.
Wait a minute. Did you poop in it? No.
No, it's wood powered.
Oh, wood powered. I still get a kick out of the poop oven.
My gas stove is powered by animal poop and grass clippings and ranches and all kinds of stuff.
Man, that is just amazing.
It's thousands of years old technology.
We're all coming to your house when the apocalypse happens.
It
Yes.
doesn't collapse.
We'll help.
Well, I just realized something that you're not. I guess it's not your week
Russ is not
for
in
Rick.
town.
No,
Oh, that's right. He's not even doing. Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry. So I guess okay, that makes sense. I'm like,
it'll be next
where,
week.
Rick? You're not here.
Next week.
Rick's in
And
two
is it your
places.
turn?
It's my turn next week.
Ooh.
The quack is back.
I will try to be there and everything. So we got a few more people that joined in. We all know Lewis joined in, and you know, um, I get the comment, and Meathead joined in as well.
Oh,
I,
hello, Kurt.
I get the comment like from the chats. I get the comment. Like Tom, you're an idiot. I get that. I the thing is, I already admitted that I was an idiot. That was what the video was all it's like it's like the need to tell me I'm an idiot is so huge. That is like, thank you for that. But no, I love everybody, and I so I don't know. So Amy is talking. Dustin and I were talking about this subject the other day. Really, for content creation and live streaming, we really need high-end gaming computers. My current one costs $1,200, and my next computer will be $2K to have higher GPU. I mean, mine costs $230. So if we're going by price, then I definitely underpaid. If we're going by what Amy's saying here. I guess I could save up to $1,200, and I probably don't even need 1,200. I mean, just if my thought process is if 8 gigs somewhat did what it did, I think 32 would definitely be good, And Lewis said to just get a Mac. So, but the question is, how much would a Mac be?
Not much.
A lot.
Yeah, would probably be about the same amount technically for a cheap Mac.
You get the price of a Rolls Royce for the power of a Model T.
That sounds promising.
Mac crap computer.
But I mean, my boss. I think I mentioned before what my boss was suggesting, and I'm going to talk to him tomorrow about it. Gary just joined in.
All right.
Everybody's joining in now, so
Well, there's
Yeah,
no keto cookout, so you got to go somewhere.
that's true. But the Lioness Lifestyle's on right now, so
Oh, it is.
yeah.
I thought they
And
canceled.
they're hardly they're on like once a month, so it's like
Wow.
no. I mean, I do value everybody coming to the chats and everything.
Yes.
I think and Lewis, I probably will get a Mac. I always was able to accommodate Windows a little bit better, but I probably will get a Mac because it is better with the video editing and stuff like that. I do. That's what I've heard from several points. Even with Bella, she said one time when she was teaching, she said that the Mac is probably the better computer for video streaming and stuff. So if I'm gonna spend money, I might as well spend it on the right thing. And this time I'm focused. I'm not going to just get any willy-nilly computer. Matter of fact, Lewis, if it's okay with you, the first thing I want to do is show you the computer, and you can tell me if it's good. I'll show you too, Rick.
All
And
right.
if you guys give me a thumbs up,
Mm-hmm.
well, then I will look into it. But my boss, my boss said that there's a thing that every time he buys his computers and some furniture, he actually there's this thing he gets. He buys it. It spends just a little bit more, but he buys it, and then like they take out so much out of the paycheck, every week. Like so, like say like it's like $1,000. Well, they'll take $50 out of my paycheck until it's all paid up. And so I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I need more information. Let's put it that way. Like, is it better for me just to wait and just buy it outright, or is it
Mm-hmm.
better for me to, I would be able to get it faster if I do it that way, you know. But if I can do these lives like I'm doing right now, which so far so good. I heard from you two and Peter that it seems to be working pretty well, and Amy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Amy. I almost forgot about you. Actually, I can't forget about Amy, but I almost forgot that she said something. But if anybody else can let me know how this stream is looking, um, and I think it's pretty. I think we're doing pretty well with you guys. I mean, that's no different than an interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and it might be even better because an interview is only two people. It's only me and one other person.
Yeah.
So that would be, pretty good. And I'm just gonna just check something out real quickly. So Rick, Peter, I'm sorry, Rick, Rick, don't freak out. But let's see what happens. So you're fully on the screen now. So me and Lisa have disappeared.
Right.
So okay. So like when I'm doing my interviews, I can
It's
actually do
Saturday
that.
with Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like Rick. Oh my God! Did it feel like Saturday just now?
Well, not exactly, because I wouldn't have the towel here. I'd be dressed a lot better, and I'd have my scenery, and I'd have the old, slideshow with the music. That'd be Saturday.
That is true. That is true.
My live stream is very unique. There's nothing else like it on the internet.
All right. So Amy suggests to get it financed, but only in the time frame there is no interest, like 12 months, same as cash. Otherwise, you will pay for it 5 times. Okay, that's a good point. And I'd rather wait to save and buy it outright than to have to worry about that kind of stuff. So Amy makes a good point there.
Better to
So she's not
save.
saying not to do it; she's just saying to do it within a certain time frame.
The other option would be a return.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes people return. You can get them marked down. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought you meant like one of those things like where I buy it and then I return it because which
No,
I don't know how honest that would be.
because a lot of the stores that sell computers, from what I've known, I've known people how to get a computer. They go over to like Best Buy, or they go to Walmart, or they go to Micro Center or whatever, and they have these return units. Some of them are half price. A buddy of mine,
Yeah.
he paid $600 and something for some gaming computer that was like $1,200.
Wow.
Me, I'm too cheap. I just whatever I can find, that's what I use.
Yeah. And Gary says that I must say, I don't know if he was trying to sound like Thurston Howe the Third or not, but I must say the stream quality is top notch. Thomas, your sound quality is the best I've heard from you.
Yes.
So my phone is much better than my computer, is pretty much what everybody's saying.
Is your phone using its internet connection, or are you using your Wi-Fi connection?
I should be using my Wi-Fi connection.
So then your internet must be fine then.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I'm actually, hopefully I don't get disconnected, but my battery's at 17%, so I don't think, so I just plugged it in. Make sure it's actually plugged in. Okay. So, yeah. And the only problem I'm having with my phone right now is when I do my videos. I did the video I did today is like 5 different videos because it kept on overheating.
Oh.
So, it would overheat and then shut down, and then I have to let it cool off and do it again. And like the bad thing about it is so you might see some of the video and be like, okay, what happened here?
That happens on my Ride and Talks all the time. It overheats.
Yeah, you leave us hanging, Rick.
It overheats and I don't know it. And then I look, it's like, oh, phone's shut off.
Yeah, when I did that long walk that I was talking to Peter about earlier, that's what happened to me. It kept on shutting down.
And think about it. We don't shut down, so we're superior to AI and phones.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. John actually makes a good point. That he's been using PC since Windows 1.0. And that he fears the learning curve would be too much to switch to an Apple. So that's the only thing I'd worry about, Lewis. I agree that that it would be a pretty good computer for the video, but would I have a little learning curve with it? We just lost Lisa, it looks like. You know what I'm saying? So there is that, because I don't know if I actually had I didn't have an Apple, but it just didn't feel like Windows. It was just this weird. Maybe it was like a hybrid between Apple and Windows.
Mac OS takes time to get used to. It's
yeah. I mean, I guess I could get used to it. I don't know. I mean, again, Mac is probably still a better computer for doing video editing and stuff like that.
I hate iMovie. It's a pain.
Is that what I'd have to be using iMovie for?
I mean, you could use different things, but my computer is extremely old. The bus speed is too slow, and then I got problems with the memory's not much. Oh, look who it is.
Yeah, I know, it's Lewis himself.
I had to come defend Apple computers everywhere.
I know. I'm not against Apple computers. I just don't know.
That whole thing about the learning curve, I guess it is a little different. You do have to, you hold command down instead of control, and things are a little bit in different places. But everything, it's the same thing. Computers are computers.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I still think that I would benefit from taking your advice and getting a Mac.
Well, the good thing about Macs are that they're really high quality. You'll use them. Like, people are still using the M1 MacBook Air that came out in 2020, and I'm telling you, that computer that came out in 2020 is probably better than the computer that you just purchased. They're great machines. They're great machines.
Yeah. No, I mean,
and the stuff that we do, you'll be able to do out of the box, right? So internet browsing stuff, email, and then every Mac has iMovie built in, so you'll learn how to edit videos in iMovie or whatever other. I think you might use some web-based editing software like uh, Canva and other stuff like that. You can all do that too. But and the price is not what you think. The MacBook Air, which is all anybody needs. It's a great computer, super thin. It's like a laptop I brought in Boston. I brought to Boston that we used for the Zoom meeting.
Right.
Um, it from Apple, brand new is $999, $1,000, but
Okay.
you never pay that because it's always on sale. So right
Okay.
now,
So
I,
that's
I
like
text you
that's
I
like the
text you the
full
link, but
price.
I realize that you are using your phone. So right now, the MacBook Air is on sale for $799,
Okay.
and I believe it's been as low as $649
Okay.
on
Which,
Amazon. So
which, if I do the
it's
math correctly, that would take me about 2 months to save up if it was
Mhm.
$800.
And
So,
then we had some lot of good comments in the chat around refurbished, around open box. Those are all great ways to go as well. Apple has a really good refurbished store. Um, and when a product is Apple refurbished, it's basically brand new. But I will say for the MacBook Air, you will often find the um, the sales on Amazon are cheaper than the refurbished prices, and then for that you're getting a brand new computer.
right.
So
And
so yeah.
Rick's holding up an iMac.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice throwback.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the white polycarbonate one. Does it still boot up?
Yes, it does.
And
It's
what is
got the
it? What is
Intel
it?
processor in it.
Yes, it does. And what does it what operating system does it have on? Do you know the version?
Uh, what is it? I think it's some California name. I'm trying to remember now.
Oh, okay.
Sir something or Big
Okay.
Sur,
Oh,
something like that.
okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well,
okay,
it's one of
so I
them.
got a question to ask Lewis.
Yes.
So I was talking to Bob yesterday, and Bob and Rick, and
Hmm.
and I don't know if you remember this, Rick, or not, but Bob said something about that, with what I'm looking to do, that I guess for upgrade and stuff like that, if I ever wanted to upgrade the RAM or whatever, that a desktop is probably more efficient. Do you agree
Yep,
with that?
that's what I use.
Well,
Yeah,
a desktop PC.
right.
Remember, my
It's,
PC is
yes,
made
I
out
know
of
you're
dump
saying about
parts.
I know you were saying about the Mac Air, and the Mac Air is a laptop. I mean,
Correct.
is a you know
Macs are not upgradable.
So Rick is correct. No, you cannot upgrade anything on a Mac. What you buy is
okay,
what you get.
what
Macs
you
are
buy from Mac.
designed.
Um,
Macs are designed with the software and the hardware to work in harmony, and it's just as good as you're going to get. Whatever you get, that's it.
Okay,
Rick
so
is right. Rick is
with
good.
that being said, then do you still back up the Mac, or do you think that if I was to upgrade, if I was to ever want to upgrade, do you think it's not really necessary? Like just
You
get
upgrade your Mac by buying a new one.
Yeah.
okay,
Yep. And what we talked about, the quality of these computers and their build quality and everything, you really don't need to buy one.
right
Every
away.
5 years?
The
Okay,
one
So
thing about Macs, they have good batteries. I have
amazing battery life.
They
Amazing.
last longer than any other computer, but they're
Hmm.
not replaceable. They're just something that's built in.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Mac. What I've seen,
yeah,
I've had a lot of
I
customers that have
probably will
Mac.
start with the Mac. I just wanted to get like cross opinions.
And you know
Um,
who has a Mac? Kerry. I know Rick loves that. Carrie has a MacBook Pro because God forbid you don't have the Pro.
You want to see what kind of computer I have?
Let me see. Here we go. I think we lost you.
nice.
That's
What
my
is that?
computer. It's a case with junk parts in it. That's what I'm running on.
It looks like a radiator.
Knowing Rick, it probably is a radiator. You probably like.
No, that's the RAID
So
array. Those are the
he,
RAID
he, he
drives.
probably he
Oh, those
probably
are.
took,
Oh, okay, okay. That's separate. That's different.
he probably
It's an
took a
old
couple
server.
coconuts and
It's still got a DVD in it.
Wow.
It's only got
Nice.
16 gig of RAM, and it's what is that thing? It's AMD. I forget what it is, but it's like a 15-year-old system.
Wow.
mm,
It
Running
works.
Windows what? Windows 8?
No, Linux.
Oh, okay, good. Nice.
It's running. Was it Red
So,
Hat CentOS Linux?
okay.
okay. So I think like I said, because I should have trusted you before, Lewis. I admit that.
Can
It's
you
not that
still
I didn't
return
trust
that
you.
computer or is it
I
too
was just
late?
so impetuous. I just wanted to get a computer that was better with the camera. I wasn't really thinking about the overall,
Well,
And I
the
was
thing
just
is, when it comes to cameras, I can tell you the Mac is always going to have a better camera than any other PC because,
right.
again, Apple is their main thing is phones, the iPhone. So nobody makes a better onboard camera than Mac.
That's
Yep.
true.
But
That's
when you
true.
have a PC
Well,
like I do, you use a webcam, a USB webcam.
yeah, I'm moving closer to the phone because you guys can't see me. Um, that was a joke. I know you guys can see me. I'm actually still frozen. So as far as I'm concerned,
What the hell?
um, but no, I mean, no, I get that. I'm just saying, like when I bought my phone, I'm sure Lewis remembers my excitement about getting a new computer. I just was like, I just want a new computer. I just want something better than what I have, And
I think Amy's asking if DaVinci Resolve runs on Mac OS. I think it does.
Yes, they have a
um,
version.
That version and Adobe Premiere, and I edit in Final Cut Pro.
DaVinci
I'm,
Resolve will also run on Linux.
mhm.
I don't know what DaVinci is except for the
It's
painter.
a video. It's a
Video
video
editing
editing
software.
software. Yeah.
It's the one you want to
Oh,
get
okay.
if you're running
And
PC.
that's off of the Mac.
Well,
Yes,
there's a Mac version, but you could probably make great videos just in iMovie, which is free,
I
included
hate
with them.
iMovie.
Well, listen, it's a good tool,
I struggle with it. It's terrible.
Yeah, but
Well,
I wanted to come on and let everyone know that Macs are not that expensive,
you know
and
you're
they will
always
last a
welcome,
long
Lewis.
time. And I
Yeah,
was
I mean,
going for my walk. I just got home from my walk. I'm sorry about this light behind me.
I saw you walking because I saw like
Yep,
it didn't match your house. So
yep. Now I'm home. Here's my house. Here's my address.
yes, I see that.
Um,
You're in your backyard. I see.
no, I'm in the
So
front.
you are in the
On the front
front.
steps.
Why don't you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
in the
I'm in the
back?
front
You don't
steps.
have a rusty front door like I do.
No,
And when you push
rusty
the
front
button,
door.
it doesn't sound like a foghorn.
No,
Ooh.
no. Oh God. All right, I'll see you
Actually,
guys later.
Amy says that they have a
I
great
just got
free
home.
version of DaVinci. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, and listen, there's lots of different softwares you can use to edit, and
Right.
most of them are expensive. Uh, but you use what you have for free, and then you see what
Nelson,
you have,
stop it.
what you want to do from there.
Right, and for me, even the free versions could probably be a better a
Yeah.
better a better upgrade than what I'm.
And the MacBook Air is nice because if you wanted to, you could always plug it into a monitor and a mouse and a keyboard when you're home and use it like a desktop. But then you still have the
Okay.
opportunity to unplug it and take it with you, or unplug it and sit on the couch, or unplug it and bring it into your room, or you can unplug it and bring it into the kitchen and watch a cooking video. Versus a
Okay.
desktop, you kind of it is what it is. So
Yeah. I mean, somebody actually
yeah,
suggested I use this as a trade-in for the computer too. Like use the computer that I bought for the trade-in for the better computer. Like
yeah,
as like a down purchase basically, which I guess
Hmm.
um you know so I guess that's a possibility too. I mean, so many possibilities that it's
hmm
endless. The advice I
yeah.
get all the time. Like I wrote most of it down. I wrote CB suggested that I actually go download the app IV Cam. Um, that
You can use your
you
phone as
know,
a camera.
yes, exactly. And Kurt said to do a speed test off of Okla.
Yeah,
OOKLA.
speedtest.net.
Yes.
Is that a better speed test? I mean, because I was just using the Google speed test.
Speedtest.net is what everyone uses.
Hmm.
Well, that's what I'm using. I'm using,
That's Ookla.
like,
That's the Ookla.
oh, that is. So I am using it then.
Yeah,
Milton,
Okay.
no.
speedtest.net.
Milton,
And I
no.
was asking before about what you were paying for because, yeah, it's good to run speed tests to see if there's a problem, but you have to know what speed are you paying for from your ISP, because if you're not getting that, then we know there's a problem somewhere.
Right. And
Like
that's what I was trying
I pay for 1,000 megabytes, 1 gigabyte up and down. I have FiOS, right?
to. Right.
And I get usually between like 850 and 950 megabits per second up and down, and that's
Right.
that's what Verizon says I should get. Um, so you should see what are you paying from Optimum, and
Oh,
then
well,
is that what you're getting?
well, no, not really, because I'm actually paying for 1 gigabyte of speed
Hmm.
is what I'm paying for, and according
So
to
you
them, like when I called them to tell them how much I'm getting, and she tried helping me like try to figure out like everything going on. She said that on their end, it's showing up at 850 to 900
Mhm,
gigabytes. I mean, not gigabytes, mega.
mhm.
But you don't have
But
fiber.
I was only getting like 140.
You don't
You
have
know,
fiber. How can you get that much?
I'm not. So it's not coming up. You know, so I don't know if they're actually getting the 800, 850 and 900 or
Yeah,
not.
I don't think that's what you're paying for though. I don't know. You have to check.
Yeah,
The only way
you
you can
know,
get
Yeah,
that speed is if you have a fiber connection. If you're running
yeah.
coax, you can't go that fast. It's impossible.
Fiber. It has to be fiber right to your house.
Yes.
Yeah.
so I don't know. I mean, all I know is I'm just trying to. I'm
Yeah,
just trying to
Amy
put
thinks
my.
you're getting 100 megabits per second. That's what you're
No,
paying for.
she's when we did the speed test, it came up like 99
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
so that
before.
sounds like about right. And then since you're using cable, the upload and download speed will never be the same. You
Right.
always get faster downloads, slower uploads.
That's
And
right.
uploads, it's
And
what's important for streaming.
Right.
right,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
would
but
have to
Amy's
actually
saying
check.
check your
I'd
bill
have to
or
actually,
the app to see what you pay for.
yeah, which I'd have to. I'll do that once we're done here, because I'd have to check it from the
Yeah.
phone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So
you
is
know,
Mitch on tomorrow at 7 a.m.? What time is
Yes.
Mitch on tomorrow?
Yes.
yeah, I won't be there,
I can't
so
wait. I will try to be there. I should be able to. I'll be listening. I'll be at work,
I
but I'll be
definitely.
listening.
I'm actually working tomorrow for the first time. I'm doing a 6-hour shift,
Oh,
so
nice. Good luck.
we're testing to see if I can work longer. He said
I
if I
think
want to, if I can't make it, I can go home early, but I'm going to try to make it.
Hmm.
You
cool.
know,
All right. Let
so
us know how it goes.
I'm working from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow. So
All right. Cool. Let us know what it goes. I have to run to the supermarket. Michelle wants chocolate chips.
What?
I know. What are we
Wank.
gonna do?
Wank.
I know. For
they're they,
real.
they are they're at least carnivore chocolate chips, right?
They are lilies. They're made with stevia.
Are they made from? Did you ever see that? Did you ever see the video with Carrie Mann when Dr. Kills was like showing like eggs made from plants? It's like,
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I know. I've seen that. It's
I
funny.
prefer eggs made from bugs.
We were in North Carolina this past week on vacation when we were with a whole bunch of other people renting a house. So the
Milton.
refrigerator was filled with duck food, right, Rick? And
Wank.
I opened the refrigerator, and what is looking at me? That yellow fucking carton of plant eggs. And I swear I should have taken a picture of it. I laughed, and Michelle's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "The plant eggs are looking at me from this refrigerator." On that note, I'll see everyone tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you
Bye,
guys. All right.
bye, a
I'll see
Mac.
you. I I am definitely going to. That's what I'm going to be buying when I'm ready to buy. So I do agree with Lewis that a Mac is probably the way to go. And if I just listened to Lewis in the first place, I should have just waited to get the computer and just see. But I mean, that's the definition of impetuous, right? To do
Hmm.
something, you know. So,
Milton.
I mean, now I'm
Milton.
learning, you know.
Add Milton.
So, Amy says to have Lewis help me find a computer. Well, I think the closest Lewis can do to help me find a computer is just I tell him what computer I'm thinking of getting, and then he just
No,
gives his
Milton.
thumbs up or no thumbs up. So
Milton, stop it.
it's
Milton.
probably
Oh my goodness. Milton. Oh my. Ow, Milton.
John.
Hey,
John
watch
just
the
said,
teeth. No.
"Oh, you okay?"
Yeah, Milton's over there getting frisky. Come on,
Uh,
Milton. You're a silly Milton. Look at those claws. A vicious animal. Okay.
John just John Cranky Carnivore just said, "Ooh, plant eggs fried in franken butter. Sounds amazing."
Mm, you're a sweetheart too. Look at that pretty cat. Oh my goodness. You're so cute. He's a little black menace.
Like this is why I attack you, because you say I'm cute. So yeah,
I mean, look at this thing.
yeah, I know.
He's like, don't mess with me. I'll get you. I'm a
I know
beast.
he does have that, like, now his eyes are getting really really wide, and now they're like squinting a little bit, like he's getting ready for the kill.
He looks like a panther.
Yeah. Well, of course he's black. If you said he looked like a lion, I'd be like, I don't see it.
Okay, Milton. You can sit over there.
He's like, I'm sorry, I don't see it. So,
Hey, Milton.
um, Amy says he's a couch panther.
He can't resist. He just has to attack.
Amy says she has a couch panther and a couch tiger.
Ah, there you go. Milton, what are you playing with? Don't do that. No. Stay away from the back of the computer. Ugh.
Oh my god. Yeah, so, um, no, I think everything's gonna be fine. And like Amy, if you're, again, we'll email and we'll figure out a date, to do. And I told my boss that whenever I do interviews, I'll let him know when they are, so then he can actually schedule me around those interviews. So, and everything. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
pick a date, and if we do it soon, then I might be able to just do it around the schedule I have already. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just tell my boss, like, hey, I just got an interview for this day, so don't last minute put me in. But he already has me working like 15 hours next week, so there's really not much wiggle room for him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The max I think I can do is 18 hours. That's like the absolute max.
Right.
And I basically went, like, the other day he scheduled me for 18 hours on the dot, and because it was a last minute person, like I was like originally done for 14, and then he like asked me if I could work another 4, and I said to him, I said, well, okay, I can do that, but you got to realize that I I have to punch in exactly at the time of my, like not 5 minutes before. I had to punch in exactly at 10, at whatever time, 6 a.m., whatever, and I have to leave at exactly the time. So if anybody, if you guys decide to have me count the drawer at 10 o'clock, because I always leave a little bit later because they relieve me right at 10 o'clock. So you have to count that. It takes at least 10, 15 minutes to count the drawer. you
Mm-hmm.
know so you have to look at that. And I'm like you got to relieve me like at least 9:45. You got to come up to the register and say, okay, count your drawer now, so I can be out by 10 o'clock. you know so
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, well, why don't we just take a half an hour off of each day? Would that work? I'm like, okay. Because he was sort of telling me like, okay, we can't do the give you 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah, she says that she actually scheduled an interview with somebody else on the 6th. That's fine. That's fine. You know. I mean, do you think if I emailed Russ, do you think he'd be able to go back to doing an interview on the 20th?
It should be back by what, September 20th?
Yeah.
There should be plenty of time.
Okay. I could do him a quick email and see if he's responsive.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I mean, I want to make sure everybody gets on. You know, I mean, obviously, the two people that are like pretty. No offense to anybody, you know, but obviously Dave Mack and Russ are pretty. You know, pretty high hog. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can all agree with that. You know, especially Dave Mack. You know, it's like, oh my god, to be the interviewer of Dave Mack is like, wow. You know,
And just think, look at where he started.
yeah, yeah. That is true. You know, he started with you.
That's
You
right.
know?
He started with the quack.
Yeah. But no, I mean that being said though, yeah, I mean he started with you, but he was still the interviewer.
Yep.
You know. Well, I'm
But
talking about him.
I did interview him as Bell Shine.
Oh, you did? I didn't
Yes.
realize. Okay, I have to look. I have to look that up. Okay.
And the other thing, the first time I was interviewed for Carnivore was over 3 years ago. So I've been around longer than most, even on YouTube.
Okay. So I just looked, and I guess Lois just sent me a text with a link. So I'll check that out later.
Mm-hmm.
Gary says that he's never seen Dave Mack.
Really?
That's a little surprising there, Gary.
That is. Maybe it's a joke.
I don't know. It might not be. I mean, I'm sure there are a few people out there that's never seen Dave Mack. You know. You know. I mean, he's only interviewed like almost a little over 1,400 people. So you know. I mean, yeah.
There you go.
There's still a billion people that haven't met him. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just joking with you, Gary. Amy says that the computer talk perked her up, so she's getting her chores done.
Ah, it's good.
I'm glad to, you know,
get the energy going.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I watched one or two of Dave Mack's interviews. I'll be honest with you, I don't really see too many of the interviews. If it's somebody that I find out that I know, I'll do my best to watch the, you know. Like I looked for your interview, Amy. You know, I didn't really. I love Dave Mack, don't get me wrong, but there's so many other things out there that it's like hard to keep up, you know.
Exactly.
You know, like my focus is more Mitch, Kiltz, and Carrie, and you, and Amy now.
Right.
You know, and Aaron.
Absolutely. Don't forget Movie Goats.
I don't watch too much of Target Prime Rib. I don't know. I think he's kind of like, you know. I think Target Prime Rib's a little impetuous, so I don't really watch him too much. You know.
Well, I don't know. He could be a quack. Milton, no. Milton.
Yeah.
No, Milton. What are you doing, huh?
Yeah, I think TPR is like just like all talk and you know.
I see a tail. I see a little black tail. Look at that black tail.
Yeah.
What? I don't know if you can see the little beast over here.
A little bit, not fully.
Little monster. He's a little monster.
On my little thumbnail, it's.
Yeah. You're a monster. What are you doing? Don't play with that. No. You want to?
I know Dave has a pretty powerful story though too, right? Didn't he have?
He had a stroke when he was younger.
He had a stroke, yeah. You know. And how about Russ? Does he have a pretty powerful story too, or?
Russ, really, other than losing weight, I mean, he never really had many health problems. He's a relatively healthy guy despite his size.
Okay. Well, I still would want him on the show, you know. I mean, like you think about it, Caleb was pretty good, but he didn't really have much to say. Some people just don't have that much to say, and you
Yeah.
know,
Well, it's like me, you know. What do I have to say? I've never been
yeah,
chronically ill.
yeah. But at the same time, I think that you do have a knack that you can extend how long we talk. You know, um, you know, like we were sort of like, you know, like I think me and Caleb were sort of like running out of juice, so to speak. You know, which
Hmm.
is, I mean, like I said, I think Caleb's, you know. Amy is saying, but Rick, you cook with poop gas.
Well, I still think that of all the YouTubers out there, there's no one that's even close to me. I mean, there's just
No,
so many differences.
oh, Rick, there's no comparison. um, you know, but that's what makes you so charming. That's what makes you you. You know, and even Amy says there isn't Rick. Like,
It's like a combination between Gilligan's Island and Sanford and Son.
yes, you know, and don't forget Adam's family. You know,
You rang.
you right. You see, that's perfect. That was perfect. Yeah. You know,
Wow.
you just need that little bit of, like I said, like that little bit of like crackly stutter. You know, like you're like over 100 years old, and you know, like
You rang.
you right. Celsius by the seashore. Um,
Wank.
I don't know.
I still
Sometimes
need
I
to find the sound effect for Mitch. I got to figure out one. I thought about a pouring coffee sound, but I don't know what else I could use.
yeah, but I don't know. I like that, but I don't know. Like it's no. I guess that's good.
I thought about a
Or
smoking cigar sound, but that would be hard to get.
or how about this? I'm just throwing this out there. Okay. How about lighting a match,
Mm-hmm.
but then get to the music of Mission Impossible? But make sure you get that match lighting sound, you know?
Oh yeah, well, I thought about lighting a match and then having a cigar puffing like a sound like
Yeah,
that.
there you go. Yeah, I mean, I think he loves the duck sound. You know, like whenever you
Oh
come
yeah.
on the phone,
Well, he
like
didn't use
you
it
could just
today, but I guess we'll
you could
see.
just use it for like just like you come on for 2 seconds. Okay, Rick, quack quack. Yeah.
There you go.
Like, I don't think it even matters if you're even on there. Just a mention of you.
What's really strange is that out of all the popular YouTubers, it seems like only Mitch. Well, actually, a couple of them, but Mitch is the one that seemed to connect with me. I don't know. I guess because we both live in Florida, or we're both a couple of quackers. But whatever it is, I mean, it's pretty good.
I,
I have
I
to admit.
I think it goes a little bit beyond that. You know, I think he has a kinship with you. You know, I think he relates a little bit, like that. I think he feels different than than other people, and he relates to the fact that you feel that you're in the same difference. You know, we get along with other people. I get along with other people, but I could see where you guys coming from. You know, I feel different than other people too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but with him being old man got carnivore and everything, and I totally, with everything that he's going through, I totally understand what he's going through. You know, you do all this work and like, you know, and you feel like you're not getting anything out of it. You know, and
I know that
so
feeling,
yeah,
but
I mean,
but
I think we all do. Like, I'm actually, to tell you the truth, I'm a little happy that I'm not monetized, because I don't. That's why I'm not really like, I want to do better videos and stuff like that. But that's not because of YouTube. That's because for you guys, you
mm-hmm.
know. And and everything like that. And someday maybe I will be monetized, but I don't really expect to be making, like, people ask me all the time, like, well, how much you get paid from YouTube? I'm like, you know what? I'm not really doing it for the money, because I would be making nothing if I was doing it for the
Oh,
money, you
that's
know?
it. I mean, technically I'm monetized, but I don't get any money out of it. And then on top of
Yeah.
that, you enable the ads, and then you got an ad every 10 minutes and your viewers go crazy. So I have a
Yeah.
policy, no super chats because I don't discriminate, no ads on my live stream. The only time I'll enable ads is for the edited long form videos, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I really don't like to, you know, the same thing. I don't know if I'd really ever do super chats. I mean, I can't say, I never like to say never. You know, the two words I hate to say is always and never, you know, because, you know, you can't really say that, you know, like never can come, sometimes come, and always sometimes, you know, never comes either, you know,
Well,
so.
I never eat duck food.
Well, that's true, but there was a time in your life you did, correct?
I didn't like it. That's all my
No, but
parents gave me.
you still ate it. That's all I'm saying. You know, like it wasn't like, I'm not saying you enjoyed it, but you know, but you can't really say you never ate it, because you did eat it. It's just you hated it.
Yeah.
You know, you know,
Kitty cat.
and do you consider vegetables to be duck food or no?
Generally, I mean, it depends on where they come from. I consider any processed food that's something that's a combination of ingredients that's packaged to be duck food.
Like
Vegetables,
in a box or a bag?
I
Okay,
mean, it depends on how much you eat because even a cat eats grass. So
that's cool.
if you eat a few yard grown vegetables, especially if you ferment them or you carefully cook them, it's probably fine. But, you know, eating raw vegan, that's like being a cow. You're basically
Right.
just chewing up a bunch of green matter.
Well, I
I,
mean, my point is, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. So I hope you don't think I am. But you know, is you did mention that you were vegetarian for a short while, or vegan
yes,
for a short while. So
about 7 months.
if you consider vegetables to be duck food, well, then that means as you're a vegan, you're eating duck food. You
Right.
know, you know.
Except at that time, I didn't call it duck food. I came up with a duck food name after I got really sick, and then I started calling everything duck food because when
Okay.
I wasn't able to eat anything. My appetite was gone. The first thing I ate was duck eggs. So then I kept saying, well, all that other stuff is duck food. So I really started the duck food thing in the 1990s sometime. I don't know exactly when, but it was around there.
So here's an interesting question, and this is in no way an interview. So people do not call an interview. It's too late at night for that. But what made you go to being what made you decide, like, hey, because you were obviously doing pretty well as a carnivore, even though you probably didn't know it was carnivore. What made you decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to try this other way? Like, was it experimentation? Was it, you know, like, were you testing the grounds for some reason? Like, were you like, oh, you know, like, let me see if this will give me a heart attack? You know, like,
I was sick and tired of my parents telling me that I was going to get colon cancer and heart disease and all that from my carnivore diet. After they saw me eat nothing but meat for weeks at a time, and they're just like, I don't understand it. He doesn't take vitamins. He doesn't eat vegetables or fruits. I mean, after Andrew, there were no fruits. I'd grab a fruit occasionally, but after a hurricane, there was nothing. Every tree in this neighborhood was stripped bare. So where are you going to find oranges? Where are you going to find bananas or any of that? So it was gone. There was nothing. And I have a strict policy that I don't buy fruit from the store. See, it's like a mindset. I tell everybody that I won't do business with someone that employs people that does jobs that I won't do. And that's one of the reasons why I don't buy certain things because
right.
it's like vegetables. Who picks the vegetables? It's usually like low paid foreign workers or whatever. But if you get, for example, dairy, I remember when we had dairy farms here, they were generally the farmer, their family, people that they would hire on a temporary basis, like when you're making hay. And then, obviously, you have the meatpacking industry, which isn't good, but they did clean that up later on when they unionized, so they weren't taking advantage of people. But really, with the animal based agriculture, those are jobs that regular people do. But with the vegetables and fruits, it's mostly imported. It's picked by low paid. It's like bananas in the store. I will never ever eat a banana from the store because they come from these plantations. They're monocrops. They use low paid labor. They use chemicals. So that's really what it was. So when I got all that meat that I was eating, and then also the fact that I basically have zero sex drive, I've never had a girlfriend. So it's like my dad said, well, that's because you eat nothing but meat. But then again, the Seventh-day Adventists say that eating meat makes you lustful.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little counterproductive there.
Right. But I
Yeah.
tried to tell my dad, I said, look, if you think that the plants are going to help me, I will eat a plant-based diet. And I transitioned into it. I stopped eating red meat January 1st, 1993. Then, little by little, I was still eating eggs. I got rid of the eggs. I got rid of the seafood. I got rid of anything that was animal-based, just plants, which meant I had to eat a lot of peanut butter, and I had to eat, fruit juice and vegetables juice and all that nasty crap, and then the raw vegetables. It was awful. The whole thing was just really awful. And I started getting migraine headaches. I felt terrible. But they're saying, oh, it's a cleanse. It's going to get all that meat out of your system, and then you're going to feel great. Well, yeah. All I got was the worst flu of my life, and then that was it. I was done. I said, forget it.
And how long were you doing that for?
Until August 93, sometime. I don't remember the exact date I finished it. I know in July I was still eating that way, and then I got sick because my dad and I were
I mean,
working.
I
Yeah,
mean, no, I mean, like when I say how long, like how many months or how many years were you doing?
plant-based about 7 months.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a full year or anything like that, but
No, no,
yeah,
no.
still
That's
seven
all I
months.
could
I
take. It
mean,
destroyed
7 months.
me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't start destroying you sooner than that. It probably did, but you probably just didn't really
Well,
notice the.
I started going to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom once a day, every day, once a day, maybe twice occasionally. But I started going to the
Right.
bathroom 3, 4 times a day. Then it became more liquid. Then it became diarrhea. And then I was going to the bathroom probably 10 times a day because every time that I was working, I get that feeling in my stomach, it's time to go to the bathroom and just keep going and going and going. And my dad would say, well, you got to go to the bathroom as many times as you eat. You eat 3 times a day. You need to go poop 3 times a day. I'm like, why? Why do I have to do that?
Well,
Oh, it's good
I
for you.
mean, I think the fact that you experimented is even cooler because I think it's cool that you've been 40-year carnivore and you've been so committed for so long. But the reason why I think that the experimentation is because you were able to see how it was. You're able to say, hey, you know what? It didn't work. I got sicker, and it's like a proof in the pudding, it's like, hey, look at me. I did all this. I was pretty good, but but also too, I don't know. It just, I mean, it sort of describes my issue. Like whenever I go off, like now I'm getting better and better, and I was able to open up to my family a little bit more, or a lot more. But whenever I go to my family, or whenever I go to rehab and stuff like that, that's usually when I go off the meat based. And it seems like you had the same situation. Like you just didn't want to hear your parents anymore. So hey, I'm going to go off this diet. I'm going to go off what I believe is the right diet, but I'm going to go off because I don't want to hear the crap from my family. And so I think a lot of us can relate to that, in a way, like we believe in something super strongly, but we kind of go off our beliefs because it's like, okay, I just don't want to hear my mom say this, or I don't hear my sister say this, or I'm just getting sick and tired. So it's easier to adhere to them than it is for me to do what I'm believing in. And I think you got full proof, full proof positive on that, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but that's what it seems like, and it seems like I was falling the same trap all the time. Like my sister doesn't think I should do it, so I'm not going to argue with her. I'm just going to eat the junk because it will make her happy. But it's like after a while you get to the point where it's like, and that's one of the downfalls I have is I try to make everybody else happy, you know and sometimes I think people forget that, like I think there's, I'm not gonna, but sometimes I think people forget that, hey, it's not their channel, it's my channel. And like I'm gonna make mistakes, but they're my mistakes to make, And same with you, like I'm sure you've made mistakes. I'm sure you're going to make other mistakes too. It's just part of life. And Mitch too. I'm sure he's going to make mistakes, and he's made mistakes. We all do. But I think we forget that sometimes. I think we forget that, hey, every one of us is human, and I've mentioned that before. But like I agree with like I said with Lewis, even just today, that Lewis was right. I should have gone it. I should have waited to get my computer, and I didn't. And I'll keep on punishing myself because it's easier than other people doing it. It comes out better when I do it to myself. Because it's like I can forgive myself. But
I don't think anyone's going to punish you for getting a computer that wasn't adequate.
No, not generally. There were some comments that were made that was sort of felt like a punishment, but I'm not going to get into that too much. But like I think sometimes people say things and they don't realize how it comes out, if that makes any sense. Like the words just don't, just aren't, like they don't. Like I remember giving an example. I had an assistant manager when I used to do tuxedos, and she would send emails to everybody. Like it was like sort of like one of the jobs I had, as I was in charge of the notes for the conference calls. And so my assistant manager would help me out with that. And she would send a text to everybody like, okay, this is when our conference call is going to be. And I would get calls, like literal calls, not even texts. I would get calls from the other managers saying, why is she being so threatening? Why is she being this way? Why is she like so ordertive? Like, why is she, and it ended up, it was the way she was writing her texts. It just sounded very, very nasty and authoritative. And I showed them to her and she's like, oh my God, you're right. And sometimes people do come off that way, they don't mean to, but, and no, you're not one of them. But, I just, it's just very hard. And I just kind of like listen, and I just kind of like, okay, like you got a good point there or whatever, and I just leave it at that, but it does sometimes bother me, but, I'm not going to lie. I think my depression comes on even stronger when that happens. No, Amy, you haven't said anything to offend me,
I've had some of my long-term
I don't
viewers
really want to get into like who it was or anything like that, or what people it was or anything. I don't really want to go into that, but but it's good in the way of it is what it is, and you kind of learn that certain people have certain characteristics, and you just kind of like, okay, this is your character, and you just learn to go around it, basically. There's some people that you have to kind of be like, okay, this is ridiculous, and unfortunately, you do have to block or remove the person. But I really don't have that, and I don't really, just like you, I don't really want to block anybody. Like they would have to be really, really bad for me to say, hey, you know what? I don't think you're really the. Like I had one guy one time, and I'm sure you agree with this even, that was talking in my chats, and he was like saying really obscene languages and stuff like that, and right away I blocked him off. Because it wasn't really that what he was saying. It was more like the word, like he was like using, like just really provocative things, that just was not appropriate.
Send them out.
Yeah. So, that being said, but, and I love all my riblets, I mean, I love you, but you know what I mean? Like, I value all my riblets, I'm not infatuated by anybody, but, that would be kind of sad, I mean, except for maybe Mitch, because he is my older twin brother. So,
Well, there you
you
go.
know, I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys remember the first time that I was on his panel when he said that to me. When he said that, he showed a picture of himself when he was younger, and he's like,
Yep, I
and
remember that.
I guess I look like him somewhat, except he I don't think he had a full beard at that time like I do. So, you know, I mean, I'm probably about his son's age,
Hmm.
right? I'm
Probably,
assuming
yeah.
his son's in his 50s.
Yeah, I would think
So,
so.
no. But it's all good. I'm back again. Sometimes you just get, Amy, and Amy, congratulations, you're back to being number one in the crowns.
There you go.
I know that's an achievement that Amy's looking for. I'll be honest with you, I still don't understand this crown crap. I just like to make fun of it.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the king of the quacks.
The crowns are king of the quacks.
Yeah, that's the king
Well,
of the quacks.
you have had number one crowns. I've seen it.
That's right. I'm the king of the quacks.
But then again, I've had number one crowns. Papa's had number one crowns.
Papa's a quack.
I'm sure Mitch will have number one crowns if he's ever in the chats of anything, but he's
Yeah,
not really in the chats that often.
He
Like
pops
he's
in
in
my
like a little
chat
bit,
once in a
but
while.
not enough though. What was that?
He pops in my chat once in a while.
Yeah, and he's popped on kilts too. But it's not enough to really. I don't think it's enough to really build up a momentum to get number one crown.
Right.
I mean, I'm just going to click on the crowns just to see. Oh, no, I'm not looking to. Okay, so Amy's number one, Wendy's number two, and CB is still here at number three.
Nice.
Actually, just because they're in the thing, I'm assuming they're still all here. So Don has actually been here the longest. Don's been here. He's number 6. And Papa, you're number 4, Peter.
Huh.
I don't know how that feels. You want to know what you are?
Uh-oh.
Do you want to take a guess?
I haven't chatted much. Probably number 10 or 12.
Well, I mean, just to make you feel better, you are ahead of Air and Booby Goats.
Okay.
So she's 16. So you're at 15.
Okay.
Does that make you feel special?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just always find that funny. Like, what person? Like, how are they talking about that? Think about it. Like were they having like a big thing? Like, what I think would be a good idea on YouTube? Let's invent these crowns that mean crap.
Crap.
Oh, like let's make people feel important. Let's if they're see how often they're chatting and stuff like that. But sometimes I notice like I'll be like number 3, and I'll say something that's like for whatever reason, and all of a sudden I'm number 1.
Huh.
It's like what did I say just now to make me number 1?
That's it.
I mean, another thing I have a hard time with, I think Mitch does too a little bit, is I do think I do need a moderator, because I have such a hard time with the chats and everything. Doing it the way I'm doing it now, I guess works because I can just read it, as long as no one cares that it's up on screen. But to catch up with it, it's a little hard, But
I have a hard time catching up with mine.
But at the same time, sometimes I think there should be different, like, I don't, this is how I feel, okay? If you're going to have a moderator, I think you should be able to choose the type of power a moderator has,
Mm-hmm.
in the way of, like, I don't know. Moderator is like supposed to be able to kick people off and everything like that, but I think there should be still a little something, you know. But I don't know. There's got to be a way to fix it, you know. So I mean, like I thought it was kind of I thought it was really strange when Ellen kicked me off for that one day. You know, it's
That
like
is weird.
you know, especially after she got kicked off of Kills. You know, it's like Ellen, why are you kicking me off? Because I said that Rick must be a really good recycler. You know, I thought it was funny. You know?
I don't know. I mean, she stirred up controversy on my channel. I didn't kick her off.
No, you know, and I just, you know, it's like, you know, sometimes I think people have like a little too much power, and you know, like even when like it happened on Kilts, like I thought to myself when Nate kicked her off, and what's his name? I always forget his name, like because I see him having like two different names, but North Carnivore, you know, when they both kicked her off and blocked her, I I thought to myself, like, okay, what did she do to be kicked off? Like she
No.
because she said that she didn't like what the guy in the panel said. You know, like I didn't really agree with what he said either, but I
Right.
just didn't really have. I just didn't. I just let it. You know, like it's like okay, that's their guest, and I'm not going to really say anything. She did say it. You know.
She tends to be
Um,
outspoken, but yet Mitch likes her. So there's got to be something good going there.
well, he made her a moderator, so yeah, of course he
Right.
does. You know.
So
Um,
I wouldn't cut her off.
No, you know, but and I didn't agree with cutting her off. But my point is that they had that power. You know, it's like sometimes it's a little too much power. Like power corrupts absolutely, and absolute power corrupts. You know, and you know it's you know sometimes I think the power gets to you. You know, it's like you kind of overuse it. You know,
Well, you see what
and
happened to me on Carrie's channel.
right. I mean, you know, and I guess it would have had to been Carrie that did that because according to him, he doesn't have moderators, so only Carrie
Right.
would have had that power. But I think I think there's a benefit to having a moderator, and there's a benefit of not having the moderator. And I just would prefer it where it's like, okay, you can maybe like you could do this or you could do that, you know. But Amy's asking if you have any moderators.
No, I do not. My channel's
Yeah,
too small.
yeah, and you're pretty good at keeping up too.
Oh yeah,
You know,
it's a
I mean,
talent of mine.
if you think about it, yeah, Mitch falls behind, but he's still pretty good at keeping up. You know,
Yeah.
for the most part. You know,
Well,
I mean, I mean, Peter's even said there's probably some things that Mitch could do to kind of, you know, that doesn't, but it's his character. You know, like it's
well,
you know,
his
it's
live
his
stream is
channel.
not about like mine. I hit every single comment. He doesn't do that. He hits the highlights. It's a different way. You know,
Right.
morning coffee with Mitch is different than live at 8 with Rick. It's like,
But you know what though? I mean, that being said, if I was going through my chats, right, and I hit every comment like you do, I'd be hitting every comment. I'd be going down the line. I'd be hitting each one, and you would think that that would take a long time to do, and it does. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you don't, you know. But the thing is, you're making sure each thing is hit, and like I've seen you like go and like speed across too, you know,
mm-hmm.
and you know, if like something sounds a little stupid, like I've seen you like speed across even mine, like you just be like, okay, all right, what Tom just said was stupid, so I'm not going to repeat it. So you know, like, I see it, you know, and you know, where Mitch is handpicking, he's like he's looking for it. So unless you actually like, that's why most of us say put QQQ because it's you know, I mean, it just pops in our head. It just pops right out, you know, and and everything. So, but you know, I can't believe that I actually lasted for this long.
You know why?
Yeah. Well, I was about almost 2 hours before you even came on, but
Mm-hmm.
But so even at the 2 hours, I can't, like, I thought I was only going to be like no longer than 15 minutes,
Mhm.
but I have a tendency to, I really want to see certain things. Like I have a tendency to like kind of like linger because I'm like, okay, I just want somebody to come on so I can test this out. That's all I'm trying to do, is try and test this
Nope.
out because if no one came on, if Peter didn't come on, or Lisa didn't come on, or you didn't come on, let's face facts here. Would we really know whether or not this works to do
No.
interviews? We would never know it, you know.
Right.
So I actually thank you guys for coming on.
Well,
I'm
that's
actually
it.
pretty. I mean, I'm not too happy with me freezing. But I didn't freeze on YouTube. I just froze on the stream. So, which actually might be that might be sort of an internet issue with my phone.
Yeah.
Um, but the thing that embarrassed me was retired Rick is here. The thing that embarrassed me was freezing on the YouTube where everybody saw it. It's like, I don't know, it just didn't feel very professional. And but then again, I shouldn't really care about professionalism because it's not like I'm like this like big YouTube star. I'm just little old me. And no, I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself. I'm just being honest. I don't see myself as I really don't see myself as an influencer.
I'm a de-influencer.
Yeah. Amy says that she's back. The other stream is frozen. What stream is she talking about? Then she says, well, you have had channel less time as me, Thomas, and have more subscribers.
Interesting. Milton,
Yeah,
stop that.
I'll be honest with you, Amy, I don't understand why that is.
Milton, no.
I
Milton.
I I have, according to my last count, I have 431 subscribers. So, hey, Limitless Lindy. And she says, hiya. Hi, Lindy.
Hello. Quack, quack.
Boy. What time is it there, Lindy, in Australia? What is it? It's probably evening, right? Oh no, it is evening here. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. I actually, most of the time when I do my clocks, I go military time. So when I see 9:44, I'm thinking it's 9:44 a.m. Oh, did I just lose? I guess I lost Rick. So it's 11:44 a.m. there right now. So so I don't know if anybody wants to come on this late, but I think I'm going to actually be the old Rick on YouTube is actually shaking his head no. So I'm guessing not. That was a little bit of a joke because he's technically not on my screen anymore. Um, so to tell you the future, you're going to see Rick disappear. Oh, I guess he was giving the clue that he was leaving because he just waved. He just did a wave. So you're saying there's drama, Gary? Yeah, I don't really love the drama. So just wait a couple more minutes. So this was a lot of fun. So I think I don't know the date yet, but I will talk with Amy. Amy, I will talk with you, and I mean, I'm actually pretty happy about this. I'm going to thank Aaron for making the suggestion, and I'm going to thank Terry Sue for suggesting that I sort of talk to Aaron. So kind of worked out, both of them. Yeah, I'm going to shoot you an email, Amy. I just want to see what I'm doing next week. You said you're doing on the 6th, so obviously the 6th is out. I had a date in mind with you, Amy. So I'll shoot an email. I was actually thinking that maybe you could replace Russ for my birthday. So if you're willing to do Saturday, um, so I want to see first because I already asked off for that day. So I should, I requested off. So I should have, um, unless he's putting me on because I told him I don't have any interviews, you know. So hopefully, and I guess I have to remind him that I can't work on the 19th. But I think I requested off on the Saturday. So I'll double check and make sure, you know. So yeah. So okay. So everybody remember. I know I'm saying like I'm being bored, but I'm not. I'm just tired, like you guys are, and I'm just looking at the clock and thinking I gotta be up by 3:30 in the morning. Live, love, heal, and you know what? I think you all already know. For God's sakes, people, eat the meat.